Welcome to episode 100.
To celebrate, we've got announcements and giveaways for you guys.
So, sit back, ingest a beverage, and enjoy the 100th episode of Hack the Dino's Critical Path. I've been told this is a chilled evening, so I'm not allowed to yell. So welcome everyone to the Critical Path, Hack the Dino's 100th episode. I cannot believe that we got to 100 episodes already. It's been like 4 years.
Without getting pulled from YouTube. Oh.
No. I banned
Don't
it.
worry, you can see us over on Mix...
Oh.
I'm Ben Rosenthal, and I am here to talk words to you and talk about video games, which is what we do here on Hack the Dino and our Critical Path. And I am joined, as per usual, in our lovely intimate setting here, our Hack the Dino cabin.
Lodge.
Lodge. By the limb collector himself, Mr. Dan McGuinness.
Evening.
The gaming anthropologist, Mr. Floppy Starrick.
Cheers.
Oh god, this is so boring. I feel like going to sleep. And the Millennial Falcon, Brendan Dixon.
What's up, Internet?
Oh god.
Oh, God.
Now I don't feel bad I messed up your name because that was bad.
Braben the internet.
It's
Right.
balanced out.
So we come to you over on YouTube usually when we're not banned, but we are banned, but for not much longer.
A little bit less.
So youtube.com/Hack the Dino. If you'd like to see this VOD when it goes up at video on demand, you can, as of Saturday, catch up all the highlights that you no doubt are going to grace you with the presence.
Next week, we are back on YouTube. Our ban is officially up. So, no, not next week. Next episode.
Next episode. Episode 101. We'll be back on the tubes, so you can join us there. But if you want to hang around on Twitch for a little bit longer, be sure to do that at twitch.tv/Hack the Dino, where we bring you all the Twitch news. And you can also
Live
see
streams,
us...
where we do live streams. I do a live stream.
Oh,
but at the
yeah.
moment, I'm not live streaming at the moment, guys. But I'll start up again once I get my mojo back.
If you don't like our faces, that's fine. Don't hold it against you. You can check us out on all the podcast apps for an audio-only version. And be sure to leave a review. Be sure to tell your friends. That's how people learn about stuff like this. Their friends tell them. So if you've got friends, you need to tell them. Otherwise, they're going to be very angry at you.
You got a huge night tonight.
We have. This is our 100th episode, as I've mentioned numerous times. That's why we're not bursting full of energy and why we're in our palatial estate here at Dagobah.
From all the money,
that window.
from all the money that we make from our subs.
That's right.
Yeah, we bought a villa.
You reckon that 30 million that Ninja got? Pff, nothing. We're rolling in the...
That's what paid for that fireplace.
Yeah. That fireplace...
Is money.
We just throw another...
Dan, can you just stoke those piles of hundreds on that fire, please? Thank you.
See, because I'm not yelling, I'm completely thrown off. Anyway,
Oh, you really? You can't do it.
we got a lot on tonight. We've got a whole heap of giveaways to give.
So many.
You streamed Dan Freer's game Right this previous Friday, I believe,
Yep.
Dan.
Yep.
And we've got a couple of copies of that to give away.
3,
Michael
haven't we?
Towns, the beautiful Michael Towns, who is our moderator over on Twitch and on YouTube, has supplied us with a Game Boy game that he made based on Avcon.
We're in it.
We're in it. I'm there shilling Hack the Dino. Who would have thought?
I'm
You're
not
not.
in it.
It was
No,
before
but
you
I
were
have a
allowed.
copy. Thank you.
So we've got 3 copies of that to give away as well. We've got a Hack the Dino t-shirt to give away because it was way too big when Dan ordered it.
Yeah, so I ordered a t-shirt for myself and they sent me a 2XL. So if you're in the chat, I'm going to make this up as I go along tonight. Look how big this is. So if you're in the chat and you feel like you want a 2XL t-shirt, like you don't have to be a 2XL person, you just might want a 2XL t-shirt.
Yeah, if you want a parachute,
And now 90
pillow.
If you're a 3XL person, don't worry about it.
oil rag. I will work out saying maybe I'll do whoever says the funniest comment or the best comment or has the best question or something. I don't know. I'll just make it up. I'll just give it away at the end.
And the big poo bar from We Are Robots. They supplied this amazing Switch controller. We should have really had a picture or a close-up.
We've got to play close up, don't we,
You
Brad?
can have a look later.
I can pull up a close-up for later on.
Later on we can. But yeah, it's a custom-made, only one in existence, 100th episode Hack the Dino Switch controller. I wish I could keep it. I may have rigged the contest so I can keep it. We'll see later on in the show. But first, what have we been playing?
What we've been playing.
So I'm going to go first with this one, I reckon.
Oh, yes, you are.
This week, apart from playing The Last of Us 2, which I'm not going to mention tonight because no one wants to know anything about The
No
Last
one
of
wants
Us 2
spoilers.
if you haven't played it, so I'm just not going to mention it. And I don't think we are on the whole show, are we? So I'm just saying,
No.
I'm playing The Last of Us 2. But I'm also playing, over on Game Pass, I was playing West of Dead. Now, I keep calling this game Dead of West because I just think that flows a bit better.
Both make no sense to me.
Yeah, well, East of West as well. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Dead of West. So this is a roguelike. This is on Games Pass. This is on PS4. This is on Xbox. What was this kind of thing? It's on Switch. It's on PC. It's on everything. It's a roguelike cover-based shooter. So basically, you play this guy, and it's in the world of purgatory. So you're in between
Life and death.
life and death. Yeah. Straight away, the first thing I noticed is, as a person who owns a comic shop, straight away it looks so much like Mike Mignola's art. So if people don't know who Mike Mignola is, he's the guy that did Hellboy and stuff like that.
And also the vehicle designs for Disney's Atlantis.
I didn't know that.
I love that movie.
And so
Dance.
then I thought, and then also the voiceover in the game is done by Rod Perlman, who played Hellboy in the Hellboy movie. So I was like, this must have something to do with Mike Mignola. So I looked in.
And is going to beat up Ted Cruz. So that's a fun time for everyone.
Is he?
Yeah.
I've heard about that.
Cool.
And so I thought this must be done by Mike Mignola, the art design. I looked into it, and it's not. So it's just done by a guy who has a massive hard-on for Mike Mignola. And this thing,
That's confirmed, by the way. Dan checked.
yeah, I saw his pants.
He knocked on wood.
So this game, it's basically a roguelike. You know, every time you load it up, it's different. It's a different configuration and stuff like that. So you get at the start of the game, you get given 2 guns, and they're random. So you might get a shotgun and a handgun. You might get a rifle and a handgun and stuff like that. And then you've got your cover system. So it's a cover based in a way that you come into a room, you jump into the cover, and then the cover can get hit a couple of times before it falls apart. And then it's a balance of balancing, like when you jump into cover, when you shoot, you know, what gun have you got on you and all stuff like that. And then you've also got these lights in the room. You can see that you turn on and they stun the enemy. So a lot of the time you can run into a room, stun the enemies, and it ends up just kind of being like every room is like you sit there for a second and go, okay, how am I going to take this room on? And you can stuff up really easily. You can die really easily in this game, and because it's permadeath, you lose everything, and then you just start again. You keep a couple of things, like if you get to the end of a level, you collect sins, which are like your souls or your money, and then if you upgrade stuff at the end of the level, then you get to keep that for the next time you play. But you have to finish the level. So if you die before the end of the level, you lose everything, which is like a normal rogue. Like, yeah, it's twin stick, so you can do the old, like, you know, walking backwards while shooting forwards kind of thing. That's about it, really.
What do you think of it? Fun?
It was good. I'm not a roguelike kind of guy. I really, really like them. It did feel a little bit grindy straight away because I was like, oh, obviously I need, you know, a health, a thing that gives me my health back, you know, a health potion. To get that, I needed, like, you know, 20 sins. And to do that, you get, like, maybe 4 sins for every round you go. So straight away, I did, like, 6 rounds in the first level. And I never passed the second level, but I played the first level probably about 35 times.
Wow.
How long does it take you for the level?
There's usually probably around about 20 rooms in every level, but as the levels go on, like the next one, so this is the first level that we're showing here, which is all like brown and like a mine shaft. The second level is like outside and in the snow. Is there any footage further on, Braden? I got like the snow level. Like,
Let's have a look-see.
yeah, there you go. Out in the snow and stuff like that. But you can look at like the art, the style, direction. This is just so Mignola. It's crazy.
It is. I really like the cell shading they've got here as
Yeah,
well.
it looks beautiful. Like
It really does.
it's not bad at all. It's just so much like his art that I felt kind of weird playing it. Like,
Now, you said this was on Games Pass as well?
Yep, this is on everything. Everything that there is. So every level as well has like, so it has obviously an exit. It has a
Wow.
it has a power up.
exits now.
Hate
No, it
Amazing.
has a yeah. I know. All right. It has a power up, so you can with a power up that's only you have until you die. So like a power up where you choose. It goes like you can power up one thing here. You can get more health, you can get more strength, or you can get like better items. It also has an item chest you can find, which will have something in it like a portable lantern where you can do a flash of light to stun. Like an item, a one-off use item kind of thing. It's good. It's a really well thought out game. Like, I've played it probably. It's probably the most roguelike game that I've played. I enjoyed it more than Dead Cells.
What about Rogue Squadron?
No.
No?
Rogue Warrior.
No. None of them.
What about Rogue the X-Man?
Oh. X-Man. Nah.
What about Moulin Rogue? That really good movie.
Moulin Rouge. What about Strictly Ballroom?
Ooh,
That's it.
Now there's a keeper.
I watched that last night. So that's it. I'm just going to cut off there. It's a good game. If you're a roguelike person, you're probably going to love it. It's probably one of the best roguelike games I've played. Like, it looks good. You feel good. Like, when you can see he's finding some kind of wolfman here. You've also got a dodge as well, which I forgot to mention, you have to dodge a fair lot.
Michael Towns in the chat wants to know, what about Seth Rogen?
Oh, yeah, he's good.
Anyway, I've been playing a little game called Saturday Morning RPG. I'm just going to read out the notes that I've put here because I don't have much more to say about it than what's here. It's has basic RPG mechanics that you may find on sort of one of those, those RPG creator type games you can get.
RPG Maker.
Yeah. It's pretty
stock
self-explanatory.
standard.
Yeah, very stock standard. You level up by adding more stickers to your school folder. So you collect these scratch and sniff stickers, and they have different powers that you put in. Power-ups include throwing a CD like a frisbee blade. Awesome. And also donning a fedora and doing the moonwalk over your enemies, including right at the end.
I love it.
You play as a character called Marty.
Really?
Yeah.
On a hoverboard.
On a hoverboard. He has a dream about saving his girlfriend from a Cobra Commander-esque type villain. The whole game is filled with handshakes to the past. In
Love
fact,
a handshake to the past.
that's all it is. It's a big handshake to the past and some really basic RPG elements. That's it. That's the game. The wizard, or like the mentor who helps you at the start. So this is, you can see on the screen now, is you scratching your stickers in order to get power-ups. The wizard that helps you at the start is basically Fred Savage from The Wizard.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, and one thing I did like, it's got really good, it's timing-based defense, so you can see the enemies attacking the frisbee thrower, and you press the button at the right time in order to get the good defense, and they sort of delay their attack timing to sort of change it up a little bit, but not that much. It's a bit of fun, but take away all the handshakes. It's a very simple and limited RPG experience. I just quickly wanted to say as well, I've been very, very quickly playing the Duke Nukem 3D World Tour that recently came out on Switch and all the systems. That is a superb port of a 25-year-old game. A little bit problematic nowadays, but it runs beautifully on the Switch. I really, really enjoyed it. So if you played that back in the day, you should jump on that, baby. Floppy, what have you been playing?
Oh, I've been playing a little ditty called Spongebob Squarepants Battle for Bikini Bottom Lake Rehydrated.
Game got a 2 out of 10, I believe.
Nah, you know what? It's been getting decent reviews.
Did
it's
it?
Getting 60s and 80s.
It looks like Crash Bandicoot.
GameSpy, I think, gave it 2 out of 10.
That's
Really?
one place,
Yeah.
mate. I'll give it a solid 6. But, so published by THQ Nordic, who, don't do terrible work. Don't do terrible things. It originally came out on the PS2, the original Xbox, and the GameCube, I believe.
How does it feel when playing it? Like, I heard one of the things, or one of the main criticisms is that they basically just reskinned the PlayStation 2 version.
You know what? No.
No?
No, I say, they may have, but if they did, that PlayStation 2 game was really ahead of its time.
Right.
So essentially, it's a 3D platformer, skinned with SpongeBob SquarePants, a couple of his friends. You got Patrick, old mate Patrick the Starfish, and some squirrel girl in a spacesuit called Sandy.
Mm-hmm. Do you not know these characters?
Never watched SpongeBob?
I've watched bits and pieces, never a full episode.
Her name's Sandy Cheeks.
Is it really?
I swear to you, that's her name.
I wish I hadn't said that because I'm all flustered now. Anyway, so the story behind this is there's a little plankton guy named
Plankton.
who appears to be a bad guy.
He is.
bad
And
guy.
he wants to steal the recipe for Krabby Patties from the Krabby Patty.
That's
Yeah,
just SpongeBob.
That's the plot of every episode.
Is it? Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, so unbeknownst, if you don't know that, it comes across as quite exciting.
I can't believe you're playing this game and you don't know SpongeBob because
That's
like
why I'm playing this game.
Yeah.
That's right. Anyway, so he
Such an
uses
old man.
he uses a machine called a duplicator to create robots, but he accidentally creates the robots when the switch for their behavior is set to do not obey instead of obey.
That classic for you.
Oh, I don't know why you put that on that, but anyway. So anyway, as you can see, pretty standard 3D platformer. You run around different levels, fighting enemies as you go, collecting collectibles. Some of them which go towards allowing you to finish the end of the level. Some of them open up new areas, things like that. So you can play as SpongeBob. You can play as Patrick and old mate Sandy Cheeks
It's a female.
and Lady Sandy Cheeks. Sorry.
is Squidward in it?
I have met Squidward, but not as a playable character.
Would. Yeah, I said it wrong.
Squidward?
Squidward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
I
said it
met
right.
him.
I said it wrong.
Ah, yes. You got
What's more entertaining than two guys who have never seen the show sit there and go, is that how you say his
Is
name?
that how you say Squidward?
Is that?
Each person has a different ability. So obviously, different areas, you want to use different people. SpongeBob can double jump. Patrick can throw stuff. Sandy Cheeks, no idea. Did you see what he picked up then? Did you see what he picked up?
Huh?
He picked up a set of underwear.
Yeah.
Your health is regulated by underwear.
Mm-hmm.
If you have 3 underwear, you're full health. Every time you get hit, you lose a pair of underwear.
Yep.
That's, I don't know, is that part of the TV show?
Yep.
Sure.
Oh, okay, cool.
Don't know. Isn't that Sandy Cheeks there?
That's a robot sound.
It's a robot, Sandy. Yeah, no, look, it's actually a really good, solid 3D platformer. I don't have any knowledge of SpongeBob.
Really?
No, in case you hadn't figured it out. But it's actually...
I can't believe you even played this with no knowledge of it. Like, I just wouldn't even play something I didn't know this of.
Well, that's why I like to play it, because I don't know what it's about.
I was
There's
gonna say,
no
that's the most
expectations.
floppy thing ever.
Yeah.
There's no expectations. And you know what? It's a really good 3D platformer. It is like playing one of the, you know...
If you say Mario, I'm going to smack you so hard. Right in the face.
Spyro.
Okay, that's good.
It's like playing a good Spyro, possibly a 3D Mario
A
game.
good Spyro. Yeah,
Yeah.
that one.
That one game. A Ratchet and Clank, something along those lines. And if you like SpongeBob, then you can have a lot of fun with it.
Nice.
All right, so time for a giveaway. Should we give away the first giveaway? The giveaway. So we did a little draw just before the show, so weren't running into technical difficulties during the show. And we've got pass number 1 of the Right giveaway. Right giveaway is a, what would you call it, Dan? A platformer, collectathon platformer by Adelaide dev Dan Freer, who may be in the chat right now. So we've got 3 codes to give away.
Remember, Braden, as well, I have the clap button.
The
Oh,
first
yes,
one,
yes.
the first one, whoever wins this, you can shoot us a message on the Hack the Dino page or shoot us an email, and I will get you your code on the 7th, July 7th, which is when it's released. So, ladies and gentlemen, giveaway number 1 for this evening. The right code goes to Michael Town. Congratulations, Townsy. I'll be in contact with you for your code to play this amazing game. Thank you to Dan Freer as well, and everyone else, please go to Steam and check it out. We've got 2 more codes to give away this show, as well as some other giveaways coming up very, very soon. But first, news. Now, I don't like these aspersions in the chat that we rigged the competition.
We got heaps of stuff to give away.
We are very, very honest individuals. We're wearing ties. Like, how more honest do
We've
you
got like
want?
6 things to give away, and there's at least 6
More.
viewers.
If you can't trust people in ties, who can you trust?
Okay, PlayStation had some news today. They revealed 6 new indie games, which will be coming to the PS5 as well as the PS4. So we got some here. They are Haven, which is what we can see on the screen now. Apparently a very zen, relaxing type game.
Very journey.
Where have I seen this before already? Have they already announced this?
Xbox.
Was that in the Xbox thing?
Yeah, they announced it as well. Worms Rumble was also released to much furor because it's not a strategic game anymore. It's a battle royale for reasons.
What?
Yeah. Did you not know that,
You
Braden?
got that there,
No, I
Braden?
did not. It was the. I'm skipping over to the next video.
You don't like that one?
No, it was a different order. It's fine.
Oh, did I do them in the wrong order?
Yeah.
That sounds like something I do.
So we can see on the screen here, this is new Worms Battle Royale. I don't like it.
So it's basically, I I don't like the idea of it, but I'll definitely give this a go because I love Worms. I love like Worms of Mass Destruction, which is free on Games Pass at the moment as well. So if you want to play that,
Are you getting paid by Games Pass?
yeah, basically.
Don't mind.
But
Me neither.
I mean, this is heaps better. Remember Worms 3D? How bad that was? Yeah,
Yes.
You don't want to do that. Like, but this is sideways. Like, what is it? 2.5D. I'll give it a go, but it doesn't look like the terrain's destructible. So I'm like, isn't that part of Worms?
Yeah, it was. That was whole the fun and part of the strategy to it as well. Next we have Maquette.
Maquette. No, it's actually Marquette or something they say in there.
Oh no, there are T's in there.
Yeah. So I looked at this and I was first like, puzzle game. Don't really care about this because I hate puzzle games. But then I looked at this one and it's like, so you got your world and then there's a bigger version of the world and a bigger version of the world. So if you pick up a key in the little version of the normal version of the world and put it into the tiny version of the world, then there'll be a giant key in the bigger version of the world. Does that make sense?
Like that. I like
Sure.
that.
And it just keeps on going bigger to the point where cracks in the wall become giant gateways and so like skip it forward maybe the middle of this, Braden, because this goes for a fair long time.
Yeah.
Might show you a bit more. I'll see if I'll show you the key bit where you can see here there's the little versions of the world. So if you put something in that, there you can see. So she's putting a key which she used to open a door there,
Makes a
and
bridge.
now she walks out of into the bigger world. There it is. There.
That's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
And
Really like that.
but they do really really rad stuff. So basically, if you take it down to a tiny world, you can make giant bridges and stuff. Like see, and then if see here, you can see the key there. But if you're coming up here, and you can see in the background, come on, my foot, you can see a giant one there that you've like. Yeah, so it's like the bigger it keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
That
It's
just
hard-
tripped me out way too much.
It's hard to explain. It seemed at first when they started playing it, I was like, nah. But then as it went on, I'm like, oh yeah. And then by the end of the trail, I was like, I'm already confused and I hate this.
Yeah.
I like it. I'd play that.
Comment from Dan in the chat just there says it looks like Superliminal, which is coming to PlayStation very, very soon. It was announced as well as Xbox, I think. Very, very similar to this as well. You sort of rotate the camera and things are revealed from just different aspects in order to get through the puzzle.
Like Fez.
Yeah, kind of like, no. Next game, which is named after me, Heavenly Bodies.
So this game is like a... Yeah, that was a good, Ben. Congratulations.
Thank you.
It looks like a ragdoll Octodad vibe, but in space. Like,
Oh my god.
like, do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean when Octodad vibe? That whole like full on just...
It's a physics-based thing.
Yeah,
isn't it?
but like it's all just like... yeah, so yeah. But yeah, it still looks like it's got a bit of panic involved in it though. Like, oh dear.
I'm on board for that.
No,
I'd
I hate space, like Gravity. Remember, what was that?
Bikini.
Oh, I
Gravity.
hate Gravity too.
Oh, no,
it's always
I-
trying to keep me down.
I couldn't watch
always
the trailer
pulling
for
you down.
Gravity. I couldn't watch it. It made me sick.
Heavenly Baldies. That is classy. I like that.
Recompile. Here, this looked fun as hell. Just shoot them all.
So yeah, you play.
Boys in
This
the
is
arms.
like virus cracking. So you're going into like computer, and it keeps getting bigger and bigger. This trailer, like, so you've got like, so it's obviously you're going into this world, a digital world, and they could really play on actual coding in this and like things that you actually have to like certain firewalls in real life that they represent through enemies and stuff like that. I think it's really cool.
It's like Tron.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if it skip kind of towards the, I don't think we'll get to the end, but if you go right into the end, Braden, there's like a giant monster it shows, and it just looks wicked. And it just keeps on getting like,
Ooh, Braden was
Tron meets Matrix.
intrigued by a game
Yeah,
having
no-
a giant monster boss.
yeah, how good are those? Like, they were just the Sentinels from the Matrix, but like, and you can get flight suits, and obviously to bypass certain things, and
This
just,
looks cool though.
yeah, and the sound effects are wicked, and yeah, this thing.
Oh, that
man.
does look rad actually.
And I'm just like, yeah, man. But yeah, then again, might be crap.
Yeah, you're right. It's Schrodinger's game, as are all games. Amina, Sony from the Abyss? Why have I got Sony from the Abyss written here?
It's not Sony.
No, it's not at all. Story from the Abyss.
Well, this wasn't much of a trailer.
No, it wasn't.
It was just like it was a title and a character standing there.
But what I did want to bring up is that hopefully this means that PlayStation's returning to their PS3 days of supporting indies. Seems lately the Switch has sort of grabbed that and every other shovelware that they tend to bring out on their platform now, and just pushing more of the indies. And if I'd say it's definite because they've got Shuhei Yoshida now in charge of the indie development program. We saw him at the start of this video explaining what's going on in the world of indies and talking about bug snacks. That needs to stop. But yeah, what do we think? Time for PlayStation to jump back into the indie world, Floppy?
Yes, definitely. It is one of my favourite things about them that they did in the PS3. They've touched bases with it in the PS4, but they haven't really jumped onto it like they have in the past.
No, they only sort of went the big one.
Yeah, they just. I mean, they've done
games.
things like Dreams. They've done things like Concrete Genie, which is great, but they haven't really jumped onto everything like they used to.
Dan, what do you think of the old PlayStation going back to the indie days?
Do you reckon they will? As in,
Well,
Would you like them to?
would you like them to? I guess mostly, and
so we're talking about the golden indie days of Octodad,
sure.
or when I was at Pixel Junk. Remember that? Like,
No, I was
Pixel Junk Shooter. Do you guys remember that?
Yes,
I
It was
vaguely.
amazing. I loved it so much. Like, they could do another Pixel Junk. They should have opened that PS5 Pixel Junk.
Okay, moving on. The Atari VCS, you know that thing, has had its release date and price announced.
No one wants this.
Well, they said release date. They said this holiday. That was their release date.
Well,
What holiday? My holiday?
Common trend, mate.
I've got a theory around this. Like, this is a strange one for them to bring out. They're putting a lot of effort into this, and the problem with this, I find, is that Atari came out so Atari was the beginning of my gaming. The very start of when I started gaming. I'm like 42 now, so that means like 43, 44, 45-year-olds this thing is aimed at.
Yeah.
None of those people are kind of still into gaming, or there might be some, do you know what I mean? Like, they're not the ones that are going
just
to.
saying.
Our demographic suggests otherwise.
Yeah.
I just don't think this is the right nostalgia thing.
I don't think this is the thing that anyone was really asking for.
Like, nothing on this. Like, the Atari games are so simple. They're so small. Like, they're smaller than JPEGs, like pictures.
So, do you remember that there was a bunch of Atari games and stuff released as collections on, I'm pretty sure it was on PS4 and Xbox One. So you can pretty much get all of these anyway and play them on your current machines.
Your mic's there, by the way, Floppy.
Sorry.
Yeah, so something I was going to bring up as well. If you really, really wanted to play some of these old Atari games, there's a lot cheaper ways to do it, like on your phone.
But I do like that the wood grain at the front is actual wood. Like, I really appreciated that when I was looking into it. Like, the one that when you do choose to get the wood grain is an actual nice bit of wood that they put in there. They've polished it. They've gone with the design of it's basically you can pull this thing apart. It's it actually those grooves are bits that are
Now, this was announced 3 years ago.
Yeah, it's a long time ago.
It's been in development for a while. We've been covering it for since it was announced, actually. And yeah, they went through ups and downs. There was that Gamescom press conference 2 or 3 years ago where they had a prototype there for you to look at, and it was just like a 3D
box.
printed model.
Yeah.
There was nothing to it. How much do you expect to pay for one of these, Dan?
How much would I expect? How much would I pay for it? If it's just got Atari games on it and it's just like a glorified, basically, phone or Ouya,
Yep.
I would probably pay $180 for it.
180. Floppy, what do you think?
I would put it into the category of the mini thing, so I'd say 120.
120, yeah, that's better.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
actually, as soon as I said 180, I thought to myself, hang on, now that's heaps too much.
Now,
Money
bearing in
bags.
mind it hasn't been officially announced for Australia yet, but the US price is at the bargain total of $389 US, which is around $560 in Australian money.
That is ridiculous.
The chat's like 600, they reckon.
Yep, I would not even look at it for that. Yeah, just you.
$600, man. I could buy
The whole gimmick
six and a quarter copies of The Last of Us.
when they started promoting this, it was supposed to be the affordable next gen machine. That's what they were pitching it
ridiculous.
as.
Oh, yeah.
And all right, the next gen machines are going to be around $500 US. Let's face it. But still, I would save that $100 or $200 extra and get a PS5 or a Series X over something that is not going to have a lot of dev support.
They'll also play a Blu-ray if you want.
Well, yeah.
Chat reckons it'll be $100 on Amazon. Quick Smart.
Do you know what else will be $100 on Amazon Quick Smart?
Underwear.
Avengers. more specifically their game when it's released, because that's probably how much it'll cost. Anyway, it's been released on the 4th of September. They dropped a brand new trailer for this game that tries to be Destiny and isn't making any qualms about it.
Destiny? What do you mean?
The gameplay is very Destiny-like. Very Destiny-like.
So something cool about the 4th of September?
What's that?
Day after my birthday.
Oh.
Just saying.
Do you know what I...
Save up now, kids.
Do you know what I got from this
Coffee
game?
present.
I get from it, like, in all the shots that I've ever seen of it, it looks heaps like Final Fantasy 15. How it plays, like, heaps. And, like, we've got some footage of him here, like, smashing around.
See,
Yeah, it looks great.
no, the main thing that really annoyed me about this is there was a cutscene before this that showed Thor flying in and saving the day and being all heroic. And he just, like, decimated some robots. And then you come into the actual gameplay and he's struggling with, like little pansy robots to defeat. Like, they're taking 1 or 2 hits for him to dismantle them. Like, they're not obeying their own rules.
Not real enough.
No, but, like, you know what I mean? Like, they've established
But
Thor...
this bit here, this looks like Final Fantasy 15. That's, like, basically what you do in that game. There's, like, a guy in the middle, you're fighting him. Like, you're running around.
Anyway, MODOK has been revealed as the big bad. For those of you who don't know who MODOK is, he's a big head.
He's a face.
He's a big head with little arms.
Oh, what does MODOK stand for? What's the acronym? It's like...
I don't know, but he stands for Advanced...
of
something.
murder or something like
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like murder only, like destruct stupid.
On command.
Yeah.
With a K in the Mortal Kombat universe.
Like, yeah.
So this really didn't look enticing to me. They showed a good 10 minutes of Thor combat. Didn't do anything for me. I think the character models still look off. I don't.
Well, they're
like
supposed to
them.
look off. They're not supposed to look like the film.
I don't.
Yeah.
I
They
don't
did that on
care.
purpose.
I don't care that they don't look like the film. But they don't look like real characters either. The Uncanny Valley. Again, I go on about Uncanny
threw
Valley, but
Bumblebee at him.
they haven't chosen a style, in my opinion.
Because it just looks like graphics.
They're trying to walk the line of, hey,
Realism.
It's cartoony comic book style, but it's also hyper realistic.
Correct, and I just don't think that they blend. Like, either go the full hog and go cartoony, or, you know, use the likenesses of the voice actors maybe.
Yeah.
Like, you know, do something there.
They probably look like not like Avengers. Those voice actors.
It doesn't matter. You can incorporate their looks into it.
I reckon this game might be cool though. I reckon if it's fun to play, it's a win. What's going on here?
So the thing that I really like about it is that they didn't take the really easy route and just go with the movie models and a movie storyline. They actually dared to get out of that, do something different that, you know, go against what we've been trained to know is Thor and Iron Man for the last...
How have they gone against that? From what you've seen, what makes you think they're rebutting the...
I mean, they're not just automatically fitting it into the movie MCU. I thought that would have been an easy and cheap way out. So I like that they've done something different.
No, it's not doing it for me. You got to realize, I've been reading these comics since I was 8 years old. So the movies for me are very secondary to the comic universe. So I've had that separation for many years, and it's just not.
I feel this Thor in here with the T-shirt with the sticker on it, like "Hi, my name is very Marvel Universe movie." Like, they never did this kind of stuff in the comics. They never joked
in the
that
comics
much of him being in a you know, him dressing down to be hanging out with the humans.
Exactly. In the comics, when Thor wasn't Thor originally, like back in the 60s, he was Donald Blake. Yeah. And he was...
Donald Blake.
No, Donald Blake was... He had a walking stick because he had a crippled leg. And he was a doctor. It turns out that that was actually the punishment from Odin for being cocky. He banished him to a mortal body and blah, 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 blah. Anyway,
etc., yeah.
That's what they did. When he wasn't holding Mjolnir, it was as a civilian. So it is very much a movie thing. We just saw Iron Man cockily blow up something as he was talking to Thor. That is a very movie thing. Before
That's
the
just
movies,
an Iron Man thing.
No. Before the movies, Iron Man wasn't like that. Iron Man was almost like a Captain America type thing who used to drink every now and then.
Yeah, Iron Man was real boring before the movies.
Very, very boring. That's a Robert
he was
Downey Jr.
okay in
thing.
Extremis.
So I think, but even that was again, Extremis was after the movies. I'm talking Iron Man before the movies.
Extremis, the comic, wasn't it?
Extremis, the comic.
Yeah. That was back.
Yeah.
That was back when I first started working at comic shops. Those movies.
That was the Warren Ellis one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or was there more than
stand
one
corrected.
Extremis?
Yeah.
No, that was it.
No, I got it mixed up.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Anyway, they ended the
How
stream.
dare you get mixed up in 80 years of lore?
They ended the stream by saying that they will be announcing their first post-launch hero in the next stream, which is coming up very, very soon. So we were asked, who is the character who we think is going to be the next Avenger?
I want to quickly, before you do this, I really like that they got Kamala Khan in it.
I completely agree.
I think she's
good.
one of the best Marvel characters that they've got. They don't use her enough.
Yep.
She's wicked. Her comics sell really well to non-traditional Marvel fans.
Yep.
I just really like that she seems to be frontlining a lot of the story in this.
Completely agree. No,
I love her.
From what I've seen, she looks the most realistic out of all the characters.
Considering how unrealistic her power is, with all the big hands and
Big old
stuff.
stretchy hands.
It's the way she reacts to it. She reacts like a normal person. As
You never
opposed
know.
to...
We might have just seen bad shots. You
We
know,
got
it
called,
is.
like, mad
Well,
nerds.
you know, that's the one thing you want to
It
show
is
in a
a-
trailer of a multi-million-dollar game is all the bad bits.
It is a Japanese company doing Western dialogue.
Well, that's a bit racist.
Is that racist though? Because it's
Hashtag
like me
cancel
doing
Dan.
it's like me doing a Japanese game. Like I just wouldn't get it right.
So our picks for the next character. I've picked someone who is very familiar to a lot of you. He's a speedster. He can run really fast. He got his powers in unconventional ways. That's right. He's your favourite character and mine, the Wizard. Now, the Wizard...
He's wearing beige.
The Wizard... the Wizard...
Oh.
got his powers by injecting himself with goose blood.
Are you taking the piss
I'm
right
not
now?
taking the piss. That's what happened. He injected himself with goose blood, got super fast, and called himself the Wizard.
I think that's called satanic.
Goose blood, eh?
That was one of the characters in the very early days of Marvel.
Why does goose blood make you fast?
Why call yourself the Wizard? Why not Goose Man?
Why wouldn't goose blood just make blood turn you into like an asshole?
Why wouldn't it kill you?
Dan, who's your pick? And can it beat the Wizard?
I picked Dupe. So Dupe is a joke character that
He used to be. He's not anymore.
he still is a bit. He's a joke character. He speaks in a like a gibberish language, which is written in in just like just in these speech bubbles. He just doesn't make sense, but everyone can understand him apart from the reader. So they'll be talking, and then with Wolverine in that, and then they'll Dupe will say something, and then just everyone will laugh in the next panel, and you just don't know what he said. He's a great character.
The best in joke.
Yeah, and then I think he later on in when Wolverine took over the Jean Grey school, changed it to Jean Grey school, he was actually the administrator of the school.
The Astonishing X-Men.
Amazing.
No, Wolverine and the X-Men.
Wolverine and the X-Men, yeah.
That was a good series. Jason Aaron wrote that. You should get it. It's very cheap on Comixology.
It's funny and serious.
Greenlight Comics, possibly.
Yeah, that as well. Probably go there first. Forget I said anything about digital comics.
Yeah. Traitor.
Floppy, who do you think?
I went for maybe a little more realistic route to something that I think could actually come in there. I went for Squirrel Girl.
Good
Love
character.
Squirrel. She's
Great
quite-
character.
Great character.
Up there with Kamala Khan.
But one of my
Friends with
favourite
Kamala
things
Khan.
is because she uses little nuts and things like that, kind of like Batman with his pellets and things like that. She keeps them in little pouches that are called her nut sacks.
Yep. And canonically defeated Thanos.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's canon.
Well, she's called the unbeatable Squirrel Girl because she's unbeatable, but she
unbeatable.
doesn't fight. She's just unbeatable in everything she does.
Yep.
And I like what it says, in her comic, is the unbeatable Squirrel Girl with all the powers of a girl and a squirrel.
But let's get some DLC for Squirrel Girl. Let's get upgrades to your nut sacks.
Oh, we can't see Braden's. It's behind our thing.
Oh, no, we can. Brayden, who have you got?
So I went ahead and picked something that's coming to the MCU in the next couple of years. I want to see Blade.
The Daywalker.
Give me
Nice.
a sword and a gun.
He Blade he doesn't come up much in the old comics anymore. He had a comic recently. He was in one of them.
Don't ask
I think
us,
it was like
mate,
one
you
of
sell
the-
comics.
He's really a background character nowadays, hey?
Sorry, I was just mentioning to Floppy that he might want to talk
But I
into
feel
the
like
mic.
the second Mahershala Ali is playing him in a film, people will want more Blade going on.
I agree.
People
I
in
agree.
the Untitled Goose. People in the chat. Who do you think? Just name them off, and I'll just read them and say nothing.
Morph. Morph is great. I love Morph.
Morph is an X-Men cartoon character. He actually wasn't
Morph.
in the comics at
No,
all.
but I know
ever.
Morph. I've watched the cartoon in the 90s.
I know, but he was really boring. It was just a guy.
Do you remember the other?
It's just a dude.
I thought you were talking about Morph. Do you remember that little clay guy?
Little Clay. Oh, yeah.
I am old.
Spy Kids.
Speaking of little clay guys,
Keep on sliding down.
is Kojima hinting at Death Stranding 2? Now, this isn't a part of Kojima Watch because he's got something a little bit special planned for that a little bit later on. But he was on Twitter sharing photos of his workstation.
Oh,
And we can see the little BB
Oh
there.
god, that looks so disgusting.
that is gross.
And he's
man.
there making some plans. He's got some paints out. He's got his keyboard. Rumours have been that whatever this next project is could be taking place in the Death Stranding world, as we saw a Bridges logo.
Why is that?
As we can
Is
see
that a Mac keyboard?
As we can see a Bridges logo
Pretty sure it's Logitech.
right there.
You know, it'd be funny if that's got nothing to do with what he's working on, and he just likes to have that around.
Or, you know, if he's just messing with the internet.
I would.
Because he's Kojima.
If I had that
He
much
wouldn't do that,
internet
would he?
control, I'd just put heaps of weird things.
Would Kojima mess with anyone? I don't know. Do we remember the lead up to Phantom Pain reveal?
Never even heard of it.
You do remember what he did there, right?
I can't remember what he did. What did he do?
They
Before Ground Zero? Or?
no, this is before Metal Gear Solid 5 was revealed.
Yeah.
On the lead up to it, there was rumors that it was going to be Metal Gear Solid 5, but a mysterious, I forget the name now, but it was a pun, and the director was just a guy who was all bandaged up to conceal his identity, and they were going to reveal at E3 that year what this huge game was going to be. They came out and the guy took off his mask and it was Kojima all along.
no, I
and he
remember
went,
that.
Metal Gear 5!
That
And
was-
everyone went, yeah, we know.
Yeah, that was dumb.
It was transparent as hell. What the hell's wrong with you, Kojima?
Metal Gear.
Kojima, what a guy.
Ghost of Tsushima is out soon, and Sucker Punch released this gorgeous cinematic trailer to hype me even more.
You're really hyped for this, aren't you?
Oh,
Oh, look at that
I
guy.
cannot wait. That's Jin. That's the main guy. That's the ghost. That's the man who will become the ghost.
Try gin.
How are we going to be playing this, everyone? I'm going in full Kurosawa mode and going black and white.
I will not be, but I will try it out.
Yeah.
I will put it on for a couple of minutes at least.
I'm... See,
I
I
wish
want
the
to do
game
it...
was like that, 2.5D.
I want to play it to experience it like this as well, but I also really, really, really want to play it in the Kurosawa mode and just see how well they've used the lighting there, because they've put a lot of effort into it as well.
Just play the 40-hour game twice.
Yeah, good idea. I'll do that. I'll do that.
40
you
hours.
can keep an eye out for a Sucker Punch / Samurai Nostalgia coming out as well.
Oh, can we?
Yeah, we're going to record that within the next week or so.
Oh, are we?
What?
At some point.
Cool.
And I'm actually watching a bunch of Kurosawa films at the moment.
I'm actually having a weekend of it. I'm
getting-
going to watch Seven Samurai again.
Getting ready for it? Like
Yeah.
amping
Kurosawa,
up?
he makes mad films.
What?
If I made films. Kurosawa, he makes mad films.
Yeah.
Yep. Thanks, Floppy.
I love when people don't get my references to cool songs from the 90s.
Oh, it's because we were young then. PS VR 2 is rumoured. Sony filed this patent on the 25th of June. It's clearly PSVR 2.
Why does it look like the light gun from the Nintendo?
It should be worth saying that companies patent technology all the freaking time and nothing
And
ever
they
comes
don't
from
use
it.
it, yeah.
So this is to be taken with a
Can we
grain of
double
salt.
click on that, Braden, and look at that picture a bit more?
But I wanted to bring this up purely so we could talk about the VR games that are coming out at the moment. We've got Star Wars Squadron, which is fully playable in
Yes.
VR, which is coming out this year. Iron Man VR, which came out today, also a fully VR experience. Do we think VR will survive into the next generation?
Yes.
Well, if you look at this picture, it's got all the cords in that. And if this is like, if they're planning to do something, the headset is not corded on there.
That's
and
right.
It's really obviously not corded. Like
It is wireless.
And that's one of the things about the PlayStation VR, which irks me. Is that a word? Irks. Elks?
But we know it's possible.
It's a big tree. It's a
We
big
know-
tree right in the middle of the room. You bump into it all the time when
We
you've
know-
got your glasses on.
So we know it's a possible thing because we've got the Oculus. Is it the
Oh yeah,
the
your
Quest,
Oculus, the
Quest,
Vive,
and all things
all
like
of
that.
them. They all have
They
like
have wireless.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ooh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ooh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Why not? The headset weighs 100 kilograms according to the diagram. Correct, it does. So make sure you get all your neck press-ups done.
I don't know if that's a weight, but hey, okay. TV only weighs 15.
What's the best VR game that we've played?
Can I say 2?
Yeah.
All right, Super Hot.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the VR mission in Battlefront.
Cool. Super hot for me.
The VR mission in Battlefront is pretty good. I also liked the demo of the kitchen.
Never again.
They're the whole heap. I've never played Astrobot, and that's the one everyone says is the best one out, and I've never played it. I own PlayStation VR. It's sitting over there, but I've never gotten around to it. If anyone in the chat has played Astrobot and they think I should play it, tell me.
And if you'd like to see Dan stream it, do that as well.
Any of you guys played Star Trek Bridge Crew?
Yes. Oh my god, I forgot about Star Trek Bridge Crew.
Is that you rehash? Is that it now?
It is. Yeah. Yes, it is.
Is that where you just sit down and give directions?
Yeah. Well, no.
Yeah,
So
but you're all sitting.
You
You
stand
can
up
have
and
4
give
people.
directions.
You can have 4 people playing. One person's the captain. One's the helm. One.
I can sit down and talk to people in VR.
And you fly the starship and you.
Finally,
and you
I
run through
can
a mission.
leave this boring reality behind.
You're playing a starship. Come on, that's
It's
pretty
great.
good.
Yeah, someone's
know.
on weapons,
It's
someone's
a-
on
it's a-
flying.
I always get the idea. I would get stressed out that I don't know what my job is.
Mr. Spock, can we fire on that missile? No, we can't, Captain.
You got buttons on your
Okay.
chair. You got a view screen. It's great.
It would be pretty fun. Like,
A
I mean,
chair and a screen.
have they worked out within the Star Trek universe what everything does on the bridge, like in real life? Like, have they gone like, well, this is actually does this, that, the thing? You know,
Pretty
because
sure
they must
they
go
do.
pretty deep into it.
Like what some people do with Doctor Who's different TARDISes.
Oh, really?
Find
Do they?
out
Really?
what all the different knobs do, so that if an actor hits the wrong thing, they're like, "Oh, that's incorrect."
So do you mean by finding out? Do you mean they just make shit up? Because surely they don't actually assign jobs to every single button they. Put
You're
on a
talking about
fake-
the internet.
Yeah, sorry about
You're
that.
talking about Star Trek here. That's deep, man. These days, I mean, like in that new one, Discovery, they would go, "This is what all these buttons do. Don't be a dickhead and press the wrong button because that blows the ship up." You wanker.
Speaking of pressing buttons, Crash Bandicoot 4 got announced like 2 minutes after we got off the air. I say announced, but it was leaked by a Taiwanese game thing, and then they had to pretend that, oh, we got a big announcement coming, and everyone went, yeah, we know.
Looks almost as good as SpongeBob.
What do we think about this?
I'm keen.
You keen?
Yeah, it was just, I have a cool connection to Crash Bandicoot. It was the
I love
first
it.
game I ever got on a PlayStation ever.
Yeah,
cool.
This is
And-
the first game I got on PlayStation as well. It's a
Came
great
with my
game.
PS1.
Yep.
Mine was Gran Turismo.
Boring.
Really? That's a boring game.
It came with the thing. Now, it was reported to have microtransactions after Xbox listed offers in-store purchases. However, this is for some skins which are included in the game, and they had a separate listing for some reason. There is absolutely no microtransactions in Crash Bandicoot 4. Now,
Bandicoot.
one...
He said it.
I'm Australian, I'm allowed
Yeah,
to.
mate.
One thing that was brought to my attention by a friend of the show, Carlin Budd, was the cover. Can we just bring up the cover? Just look at what words are underlined there.
Can I say it?
Oh, I get it now.
Everybody,
It's-
on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
It's dick time!
See, I didn't get this for so long. It's the words that are underlined. Yeah, I don't know if that. I think it's just supposed to be about in time. I don't think they meant to do that. It's not like up your arsenal or what's the other one you called?
It's them
Rip a
trying.
Rip a fart.
It's 100% them trying to dig on that style.
But dick time doesn't mean anything.
Oh, it does.
Well,
To
yeah.
Crash it does.
Crash is a dick, man. Like, those
No,
things are
he's
hard.
He's a great character. Like I like what they've done in the new one as well, where he's just like he's kind of just there. Everyone speaks around him and he doesn't speak. I like that.
I liked it right at the very end. They go, oh, how many times have we done this? And they go, 4.
No, 3.
No, 3. And they go, are you sure? Seems like more. No,
And Bill Crash is just looking, and he doesn't even look at people. He just looks sideways and goes like,
It's because he doesn't have a neck.
"Yeah, it's wicked." He's like
Michael
Batman.
Towns in the chat has pointed out the Super Mario Galaxy. I won't repeat the one, but
Oh, yes, of course, Michael Towns. Yeah, if you look at the words, the letters that are coloured in Super Mario Galaxy, it spells out a little phrase as well. So, game cover designers having a jolly old laugh at everyone's
Do you remember
expense.
the I think I brought this up before. Do you remember the old Coke ad they had up on the billboard and the design? It was a drawn one, and in the ice cube in the corner, so there was all these ice cubes with the Coke in it. The outline, you can actually find this, Braden, if you want to bring it up online. The outline, you could see the reflection of a wang with a mouth coming down onto it, and it was actually in that, and the dude fully got fired. But it had already gone to billboards all across the
I
world.
got another one for you.
It's amazing.
Is this Sex in the Lion King?
No, but it's Little Mermaid and
The
one
wang
of
on the cover?
The wang in the castle on the cover. One of
Yeah.
the towers is a wang.
Can we find all these and put them up?
The Lion King.
Yeah, it's spelled SFX though, not SEX.
Yeah, it was sex. That was
it
him
was
trying to cover
SFX.
it. That,
Can you
well,
find-
yeah, it was SFX. That's why they took it out of any future
Fight Club
releases of the game.
style.
Like one of Dan's old videos.
Are you finding any of them, Braden, or you?
I'm trying to find this Cokead one.
Yeah, just look up Cocad. There's not many of
Look
them.
up Little Mermaid phallic tower.
Doesn't matter. We will move on, and Braden can bring it in when we find it.
Okay, last news item that was announced just before. We're getting a Fallout TV show.
That'd be cool.
Amazon is partnering with Bethesda with the Westworld showrunners at the helm. I personally cannot wait to see how they handle translating the bugs from the game to the TV show, so we get that true Bethesda experience of a floating torso.
No, there's just going to be a character talking to them, like, like one-on-one. And
Without
then the
a
next
nose?
shot, their head will just go... and then go... Doo, and just shoot off the screen.
I think someone in one of our Discord channels was saying they can't wait to see just a floating creature.
Yep, just floating
It's
torso.
I've got a whole bunch of them,
Walking in
Braden,
there.
a video there if you want to put them on.
The stuff ups, yes.
While we're doing that, I reckon it's time for another announcement. What do you reckon?
Yeah,
We're going to do a giveaway.
Okay, no, we're going to go to an announcement and a giveaway. So the announcement first. Now, this is an announcement that we just made before the show. As of episode 101, if we can get all the logistics working out, we are going weekly with Hack the Dino. So it's going to be a little bit different. We're still going to do the Friday night live streams, and they're still going to go for about 2 hours, so it's going to be just as normal. However, on the Saturday, the podcast and the VOD will go up on YouTube, and they will only be an hour long. It'll be the first part of the show going up as an episode, and then the following week will be the second half of the episode going up. So we're going to have a weekly Hack the Dino. We're just hoping that that'll be a way to draw more people in, make it nice and easy, so people know Saturday morning, that's when you get your Dino baby.
Just like your old cartoons.
So hopefully you enjoy that. If not, let us know, and we'll change back like that.
Yes, we can.
We're just trying new things. We're 100 episodes in. We want to grow. We want to be bigger. We want you guys to have the ability to tell people, hey, go check out these dudes. They wear suits. They're very nice.
We want people to see how unbelievably professional our show is. It's ridiculous.
Actually-
I don't know if you guys noticed how
There's a freaking
professional...
lodge behind us.
No, getting real.
Getting real.
Real talk, real
Yep.
talk. This show is really well made.
Yep.
And I made it.
Yeah, Dan does all the graphical stuff. Like, a lot of
He's
you may
very-
not realize, like, Dan spends a lot of time putting together all this stuff. His background is film and art, obviously.
Art.
So, like, graphic design and art and all the stuff that no one else can really do that well. And he puts a lot of time and a lot of hours going in there. The show looks like an amazing $1,000 production.
$40 production.
Like, you see a lot of these shows, even like the really high-end professional shows, they're sitting around a table and they're doing cutaways, whereas Dan's created this whole green screen environment. It's interactive. It looks like $1 million, and we just want more people to see it because we are damn proud of it. The writing of the show, I work on the show for 2 weeks leading up to it. Every morning I get up and I work on the show, try and find news, delete, add. We all have show runs. A lot of work goes into it. So we're just sick of being humble, and we're going to go, yo, we got the best show out there. Come watch it. And that's
Best
why we're
show.
going to weekly.
We're also quite pretty.
Wow.
Well, I am.
Well, I mean,
I've
I've got
got
to bring
David
something to
Lynch.
show, mate.
Hey, let's give away something.
Giveaway.
All right, it's time from the legendary Michael Towns to give away one of his Game Boy cards.
Did we get it? Where is one?
No,
on
I
the
think it's
show?
over there.
There's one that's behind you.
We'll get it sometime.
Behind you. Over
So
by
this
the
game
fireplace.
is a fantastic walking sim that was completely coded and created by Michael Towns last year, and it comes on a Game Boy cart and it plays in your Game Boy. It's freaking amazing, and this game goes to the aptly titled Game Boy Dad. So congratulations, Game Boy Dad.
no.
You named them wrong, Dan.
Game Boy Dad, congratulations. You
No, I
have
did
won
it.
a Game Boy copy of the Avcon walking thingy
Uh-oh.
by Michael Towns. So I'll shoot you a DM and get you the details on how you can claim your prize.
Professional. We're just claiming how good our show is, and then like...
That was Brayden, all right? That's
No,
his...
no. I will take a photo of the goddamn Stream Deck right now.
No.
I pressed on Game Boy game,
Nah,
and I had to quickly change it over to giveaway 2.
I don't know what you're talking about,
I didn't
Brayden.
even see what it was.
Hey, you know what it's time for?
Hey, yeah, did we skip a giveaway?
Kojima Watch?
No, it's right giveaway.
Kojima Watch, he's back. You may have missed him over the past couple of weeks. That's because there was no Kojima news, because there's a worldwide plague going on, and he went in isolation, like the correct person that he is.
Yes. Smart.
I just choked on my own vomit.
Lovely.
Vomit? Not even spit? Or
Yeah, I had milk. I'm lactose intolerant.
Drinking milk.
What a fool's
Jesus.
game. Are you out?
Professional show.
What are you drinking, Dan? Today? What is your drink of choice?
I did a pre-mix of gin and soda water.
I'm drinking some nice Shivers Regal
You
neat.
drank all the Shivers Regal. There's none left.
I'm drinking all the Shivers Regal neat. What do you got there, Ben?
And a milkshake.
It's still there, isn't it?
Not anymore. So Kojima Watch, we decided to do something a little special this week. There have been rumours of a Metal Gear movie coming around.
Okay.
And we had an interview with the director Jordan Voight Roberts, who is currently finishing up production on Kong vs. Godzilla. In an appearance on Gary Witter's Animal Talking Show, which is fantastic, Voight Roberts said that the script has been finished, but he has yet to be given the green light from a studio to actually make it. He said, and this gives us a lot of hope, quote, "Look, this is my baby. I've been working on this thing for 6 years, trying to make it so it's the disruptive, punk rock, true to Metal Gear, true to Kojima-san's spirit version of what it is. I will continue to fight for it every day. It's a difficult thing. Getting any movie made in Hollywood is hard. Getting something like Metal Gear made, it's so complex, so it's even harder. That's why I'm trying to make it for a budget where you can do crazy shit, where you can do the Metal Gear version of it, where it isn't being muted." So brilliant. That's exactly what I want to hear. Voight Roberts is a huge video game fan, so I'm supremely confident that he's written an awesome script. However, you know who else is awesome, and who else could write some really good scripts? Your boys. That's right. We are going to pitch our Metal Gear movies. So coming up first, Floppy.
All right.
Hit us with your Metal Gear movie.
So we're going to pitch this as if we're doing it to the people?
Yep, you're pitching it to the studios. They're watching right now.
Are they going to pick one? All right, so I want you to imagine this. I want to imagine that you're watching Solid Snake, and he's infiltrating Outer Haven. Sorry.
Yep.
And he's on a mission to destroy Metal Gear.
Good. Sticking with the classics.
Yeah, sticking with the classics. Nice. It's familiar. It's nice and it's easy. He's going in. We're watching him through this. We're watching him infiltrate. And then at some point we realise it's not Solid.
Ooh.
It's Liquid.
Oh, who's Liquid?
Liquid is Evil Twin.
Oh my
Liquid's
gosh.
not going in there to destroy Metal Gear. He's going in there to steal Metal Gear.
Bum, bum,
Bum,
bum.
bum, bum. You've just watched a movie about a bad guy winning.
Yeah, I like it.
Think Breaking Bad, but Liquid /
More
Eli.
mullets.
And more mullets.
And more blonde.
We don't have enough movies where bad guys win.
No, we don't.
Bad guys win all the time.
I like that idea because Liquid is pretty awesome. He's not as good as Ocelot, but Liquid is pretty cool.
Do you remember there was an old episode of Roger Ramjet where the baddies in it, like, their main plan was they went through all the comic books and made all the bad guys win, and Roger Ramjet couldn't handle that and he had to change it?
You mean the pill-popping hero?
Yeah. Yeah, such a weird... It's good to see that Braden's dad's in the chat again. Mr. Dixon.
Just in time to hear my Metal Gear pitch.
Go for it.
Okay, so this is a mashup of Metal Gear Solid and the first two Metal Gears that came out on the MSX and the NES. Right, so the whole movie takes place on Shadow Moses. You follow Solid Snake as he infiltrates
This is so deep.
Shadow Moses with his contact simply being a man called Abraham. So the general that he talks to is just a disembodied voice called Abraham. You get glimpses of him. The big bad is Liquid Snake. You don't know there's any relation there. With Revolver Ocelot, his right-hand man. As it is in the game.
Right-hand man.
Yeah, thank you. Throughout the movie, Ocelot, in a battle with Solid, where you think Ocelot passes away, reveals that Liquid is actually Solid's brother. Bum bum bum! The final battle with Metal Gear is an espionage mission, with the reveal that Abraham is actually in charge as Big Boss. So your contact throughout this whole time is Big Boss, and he's the one who's in charge of Metal Gear, and you've been taking orders from a bad guy who's infiltrated the military. However, another twist in true Kojima style, because you got to have like 5 of them, Liquid reveals that Big Boss is actually their father.
Oh.
So there's 2 shirtless dudes just kicking each other with roundhouses. Far out, I love this
a
game.
Van-
In the background,
Van
yeah. I have to
Damme
put something
film.
in the background.
That's amazing.
It's like a Van Damme film, isn't it?
So then, the final fight against Big Boss. You kill Big Boss. Solid Snake kills Big Boss, his father, who, as he's dying, tells Solid that he has to look out for the Patriots. Who are the Patriots? Who are the
Bad guys.
Who are
Bad
these
guys.
Patriots?
Sometimes they
Oh
win.
no! After the credits, we see an alive and well Big Boss receiving an update of all that transpired from just from Ocelot. He's not Liquid yet. Just from Ocelot. He's alive and well, and he's the real Naked Snake and the real father of Liquid and Solid. The other one was their other cloned brother, Solidus Snake.
This is like the plot to Inception.
No, it's Kojima.
This is basically like.
You know what's gonna like, imagine you
Metal
actually
Gear
said this, and the first thing the dudes would be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Like, we haven't played Metal Gear, so we don't know what you're talking about. We're just executives. What are all these words you've just said?
Believe it or not, I've simplified that story and married characters together and meshed them together to make it kind of make sense.
I tried to play Kingdom Hearts, right, and that made more sense.
Okay, no, don't bullshit like that, Floppy.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just doing that to rib Ben.
This, of course, leads into the next movie, which would be a prequel, and it would be based on Metal Gear Solid 3's Snake Eater. Possibly the best game in the series?
Coolest sound, coolest song.
That's true. All right, Dan. Can I?
All right.
No pressure, but
Well, it's coming from a guy who's played all the Metal Gear Solid games and still doesn't understand them. What's going on in any of
okay,
them.
Dan, hit us with your movie.
So I've decided to go with something a little bit different. I decided to go with more of an animated vibe, maybe. So in my movie, executives, picture all the snakes living in the same house apartment together. So you got, all of them. They all live. They all.
Naked, Venom, Liquid, Solid, Solidus. Who else is there? Is there 5?
Yeah, I can never remember.
Naked, Liquid, Solid,
And they're all co-owners in a donut shop. But Metal Gear Rex, the giant robot, opens a rival donut shop across the street. What happens next? Donut bake-off challenge. But all the snakes get together, use all their military skills, and in the end, they win. Rex gets defeated, but learns a lesson in cooperation. Then Rex becomes man. The end.
I like that Rex becomes man.
Yes! Oh, I want that movie so bad. Oh,
It's like an episode of
You
Ren
guys love it,
Stimpy or
and I'm
something.
just like, it's alright.
oh man, that was the greatest thing I've ever heard.
Was there
Would
any
watch
cool-
Too many snakes.
Was there any cool ones that got thrown up out in the chat there, Braden?
I was gonna say I saw one which was.
I saw some big comments.
Can we read that one out?
One continuous shot where the actor playing Solid Snake has to do a shot of whiskey every time anyone says Metal Gear.
Done.
It ends in a Metal Gear Solid 2 skateboarding game spectacular against the President of the USA, and then Rules of Nature from Revengeance blast during the credits.
Yeah, it's good.
That sounds sweet.
Revengeance. I didn't bring that into it.
Yeah, make a 7-hour film.
I should have just done them. All the snakes live together with Raiden.
And they treat him really poorly, like Cinderella.
Oh,
Townsy,
Fallen. Great movie where bad guy wins.
the legendary Townsy, an aging actor, gets roped into playing guitar for a heavy metal group named the Solids during Coachella. Richard Gere stars in Metal Gear Solid.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
All right, should we give something else away?
Yeah, it's
Sure.
good thing.
Besides that amazing movie pitch?
Yep.
If we see that movie, if we see the Donut Shop Metal Gear Solid movie...
The Dono.
We're coming at you.
Metal Gear
Dono.
Metal Gear Donut.
Okay, we give away...
That's what it's called.
Metal Gear Donut, yes. Oh, we should really film that.
We can't.
We can film that. We can do it. We
You
can
can
do a
look
fan
at the
film.
stuff that you can do. We were in a lodge.
You're Big Boss.
Yeah, I'm Big Boss.
I'm clearly Solidus.
Yeah,
Although I really
Metal
like to be
Gear
Liquid
Rex.
Ocelot.
We can, no, we'd have,
You should
there's
be
only,
Liquid
there's only
Ocelot.
4 of us. We have to double. We have to like. We have
Well,
to,
see, one of us has
we
to
have-
be Liquid and Solidus and Big Boss.
No, we have-
and
I'll do all
Yeah, we have
that.
to Eddie
shave.
Murphy. We have to
I
Eddie
can't
Murphy and
shave.
play everyone.
I look like a 12-year-old if I shave.
we're going to do it. We're going to make a
Dan?
trailer.
I'm
trailer.
gonna
I can put on voices.
to give you a hope of how this could turn
I have
out,
to
Dan,
bring
I'm
my
going to
shelf.
show you these guys who have recreated from their own studio and green screen and terrible editing Lord of the Rings Fellowship of the Ring.
What now?
No, I'm going to show you that later.
Oh, good, okay.
so
Oh,
that
okay.
you have
I
an
was
idea
waiting
of
for
what
it.
we
So,
could
okay.
do.
Yeah, we were sitting in
that's-
silence. Can I go? I'll watch that. No,
What about
bugger it.
snakes on a plane?
That's been done.
Yeah, but like solid snakes on a plane.
It's just them for 4 hours. Like one's taking a nap, listening to.
One of them he's pissed
Listen
off
to
because the other
Enya?
one is still stuck in coach.
Anyway, let's give away something. We're going to give away another copy of Right, the spectacular double jumping, wall jumping platformer from Dan Freer.
Such a good game.
It is a fantastic game, and again, we drew before. So the winner of Right, by the way, I did pay attention to when Dan was streaming who was commenting. So those who were commenting, I took a special note of, and those who said, oh, I wouldn't mind playing that game, well, guess what?
You win it.
You win it. So congratulations to Inari Fox for winning.
See, that's right too. That's the panel that I had to click. Are you ready? This one's the Game Boy game.
Oh, he's so bitter about that. I haven't set this all up before. Did you press the clap button?
Oh, there we go.
So congratulations, Inari Fox. Hope you enjoy that game. Please don't forget to go to Steam
Hope you're
and review it, leave a comment, tell your friends. It's a fantastic game, and Dan has worked his arse off for a year and a half getting it to fruition. So really go and support him because, yeah, it's his first game and it really deserves all the notice it can get. Dan, do you want to thank some Patreons?
I would love to thank a Patreon. I can just do it in this. I don't have a Patreon thing, so I'll just do it in this one. Thank you very much to the Patreons. We cannot do this without you guys. We love you so much. If you'd like to support us over on Patreon, we would love that. Go over there and do that. A lot of the stuff that you see here today, the mics, the lights, the setup, is all because of our beautiful Patrons that support us over there. And naturally, where is my thing gone, Brayden?
Your list?
List. Can you throw me a list, Brayden?
Yeah, here you go.
This is gonna end
from,
well
from
for
the other
everyone.
side of the lodge.
I'm not looking. I'm not, ah!
There you go.
And our main, I can't find the front of it now. This is professional. And if you are our top tier producer level patrons, you get read out every show, and we thank you in person. So thank you to Sam Beer, to Ashraf, to Floppy, to Todd Randall, to Tommaso, to Mike Towns, to Karen Knight, to Ash Knight, to Dylan Stevens, and to Carlin Budd. You are our producer level patrons. We cannot do this without you. We appreciate it so much. If you like what you're seeing here tonight, or maybe other nights, because this is a rubbish episode,
Oh,
This is
it's pretty good.
hashtag cancel Dan.
it's because I'm not yelling.
Go over to Patreon and shoot us some monies. If
Tons
not,
of the
that's
Patreons.
cool. Go over to YouTube and just watch our videos for free.
Yeah, it's probably the better way to do it.
Better do it. Subscribe over there. Leave us a comment. Star us.
Anyway, so we've got another announcement, but before that, I think it's time to give away another one of those sexy little Michael Towns carts. What do you reckon?
Have we got another one to give away?
We've got 3 to give away in total, so this is number 2 that we're going to be giving away.
This one, though, we don't have. I haven't set up a who's won.
No, you haven't, but that's all right.
I don't even know who's won this one.
So this is just before the show. Michael Towns got in contact with me and said, hey, I've got a couple more to give away if you like. So he said yes, and this one goes to one of our Patreons who was in the pre-show chat. That's right, if you're a Patreon at any level, you get an exclusive 15 to 20 minute pre-show with us just talking to you while we set up. Doesn't that sound great?
Classy.
But for only $1 a month, you know, what more do you want? Back off, man. Anyway, the winner of the Avcon cart is Sam Beard. So congratulations, Sam Beard. Thank you very much for supporting us. I think from day one you were a supporter.
Thank you, Sam.
So get in contact and we will get that cart out to you. Brayden, do you want to make a little bit of an announcement?
Yeah, so we have been. Well, it was in the idea bank for a long time, a while ago, and then we weren't able to hang out at all together. And we want to play games together, but not just video games. We want to do a little something, maybe like a cyberpunk, maybe like a D&D. Maybe like any sort of board game kind of deal. So we are going to be doing a fun little thing called D and Dino.
D and Dino!
Because some of these guys haven't played any tabletop RPG before.
Mate, I've never even done it because I used to think it was for nerds, and now I'm a nerd.
I love board games, but haven't done a lot of D&D.
Yep, so we can play some tabletop RPGs, and we can also play some board games in the future. And especially since Cyberpunk's coming out, we are going to do a little Cyberpunk campaign as well. So it'll be a bit of fun.
What does that actually involve? Because we're up to the next topic of the show, and Dan's disappeared.
Yeah, so we can talk about cyber. You ready?
I actually know where he is.
Cyberpunk is a fun dystopian future where
He's first.
try and describe Cyberpunk. The words.
I'm bored. We'll change it around. Go to Tots.
All right, here we go.
Pokemon? That's right, it's time for topic of the show. We've moved out of our beautiful lodge, and there it is.
There it is.
We're back in our beautiful lodge. Topic of the show, the top moments in gaming. That's right, we're pulling out the big ones for our 100th episode spectacular. These are the moments that grabbed us. These are the moments that have gone on to live in people's memories for whatever reason. Primarily story beats, I'd say. But these are the real big indicators of the gaming words. Dan, do you want to go first?
The gaming words. Sorry, right, I just ducked out because apparently drinking a litre of gin and soda is a bad idea in a 2-hour show. So I had to run out and go to the toilet.
I'm not going to employ your bottle trick. No, okay.
Not on camera.
Not on camera, yeah, they'll bust me here. So our top moments in gaming. So my one first up is the ending. So this is for me. So these are our bit of personal ones here. The ending of.
Oh, hang on. Yes.
Spoilers?
Yes. Spoiler warning. If you hit, we'll announce what the game is, and if you don't want to hear it, just put the fingers in your ears and go la 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 la.
Yes. None of these games are from
the 2000s.
The last, they're all from the last 10 years.
No. So mine is a moment that really stuck with me was the ending of Portal 1 from the Orange Box. So you've just gone through this game, an add-on. That's what I want to say. This was an add-on to the Orange Box. This wasn't even the main game, Portal. This was an idea they threw in there, and you got through this whole thing. It was amazing, and then you finally get out, and you get this footage of you going through, like the camera zooming through at the Aperture Science building, and then at the end it reveals finally that there actually was a cake. But then that isn't because it keeps on going on about the cake is a lie and stuff like that, and I thought it was really, really amazing. But then the real thing that really blew me away was suddenly it cuts to the credits, and the credits had the main GLaDOS character singing this song, song, and it was amazing. Like,
this is a triumph.
Yeah, I had never heard a song at the end of a video game like this before. We can't play it, so it's kind of a weird thing. And to me, this really...
I'll sing it.
This is a triumph. But yeah, I
a note here. Huge success.
I had never experienced anything like this in gaming ever, and I think actually the style of Portal and its storytelling of what it did is a lot of games are influenced by that now, of how they do stuff in games. And Half-Life did it as well. Like they really they really pushed the first-person shooter to have a storyline in it and tell it through the eyes of the protagonist. And then in Portal, they took it to that extra level and just did this. It was crazy, and it was just a moment in my life where I just I will always remember it. I remember sitting there on my couch and it happened, and my wife was there and she was like, "What is this? What are you watching? This is amazing!" And just such a good memory to me that I'll never forget, ever will forget. And then Portal 2 was bloody amazing as well. But it's always easy to do the second thing. But so good.
I agree. No, completely
You
agree.
don't have to agree.
No. But I agree with your stance on that. I think Portal was a huge step forward in the puzzle game first-person genre, and certainly did introduce a lot of things that went on to be replicated in other games. And I think that's the true indication that you have made some kind of permanent mark in the industry is when people sort of take what you've got and go, like that. We'll pay homage to it.
Emulation is the finest form of
Flattery.
Yeah, something like that.
Yes. Speaking of emulation, that's when I first played this game. On emulation, I'm talking about Chrono Trigger. So yes, spoiler warning if you haven't played Chrono Trigger. Oh, you've not played it?
Yeah, I've got it, but I'm good.
You good?
Yeah.
Okay. Chrono dies.
Yeah, I did know that actually.
The head character, the lead character, he died. Now, when I first played this game, it was before the internet, so it was before spoilers were a thing. I had no idea. So it was all building towards this fight with Lavos, who's the big bad creature
Lavos
in the game. And you like the whole story's been building to this fight. So you think you're in the third act in your final battle, and Lavos within 2 seconds just goes whoomph and wipes you out, and Chrono's body completely disintegrates.
It's too hard to look at because it's just so much Dragon Ball Z.
Well, it's by
Footage
Toriyama.
from?
Yeah.
Is it being caught?
That's from the DS version. They got
awesome.
Akira Toriyama to add cutscenes in.
It looks really
It's
good.
amazing. It's
I've
really
got
amazing.
that. I'm going to play that.
So Chrono dies, and you just go, what? What? He dies, and then the immediate scene after it, they escape from Lavos, and it's the characters grieving because, like, the guy that you've been playing, the main protagonist for the game, you've been playing all along, is always at the head of your party. You can't switch him out. He's gone. And they don't know what to do. And it takes you a while to figure out that now the head of the party is whoever you want it to be. It could be Kairu, it could be Luca, it could be Marl, it could be Robo, it could be Ayla, it could be any of it. It could be even Magus. You can make as the head of the party. For the main characters, I've never seen it in a game before this, where the main guy just
Dies.
dies, just evaporates.
Is it right near the end?
No, that's the thing. It's about 3/4 of the way through, but it feels like it's the end.
Yeah, right.
It builds up to it, and then it happens, and you go, what? And yeah.
Do you ever get him back?
Yeah, that's what the next quest is. So Magus, who's a sorcerer, comes along and goes,
You know, time.
no. They go, there's a way to get him back. And you go on this whole mission, and in the end, you do bring Chrono back to life. But then the added twist there is Chrono no longer has to be in your party. You no longer have to have him as the head of your party. You can turf him out into the waiting room and have 3 characters who you want and finish the game that way.
Nice.
And that's why this game has 13 alternate endings.
Oh, God.
So
Speaking of
amazing.
alternate endings, once you get to mine.
I read that and was like, no.
Amazing game. Just completely blew me away. Such wonderful characters. But truly, that is a point to be earmarked in the annals of history.
It's a great idea.
Floppy.
I feel like I can't follow that. That's
No,
awesome.
your pick's pretty
Yeah,
good.
you can, man.
Okay, I picked one. It's a bit of an obvious one, I think, but it's one that seems to stick in everyone's head. That's played the game, and most people have played.
I
the
would have
game.
picked this if you hadn't already.
Yeah. So mine is the opening or the beginning chapter of Last of Us Part 1. So you start off the game playing as Sarah, not as Joel, but as Sarah, the daughter of Joel, walking around your house looking for your dad. Something's going on. You don't know what. There's things blowing up in the background. There's the news reports on. You actually get quite attached to her. Then, of course, you're jumping in this car. You don't know what's going on. There's a sense of urgency. You've got Joel. You've got his brother. Can't remember his name.
Tommy,
thank you. Driving away, and people are going crazy. There are riots. And you realise you've got to get out of the city. You realise there is something that's happened that people are trying to get away from. There's been news reports of a pandemic, of diseases, of people getting ill. There's obviously people that are... rage virus.
Rage-infected monkeys.
They're not zombies, but yeah. And then, like 20 minutes in, the character who you've just become attached to, shot dead in front of your eyes. It's
a heartbreaking scene.
and she's what, like
She's like 8.
8-year-old girl.
Yeah.
Like, it is horrifying. It is a horrifying thing. And if you didn't know that was coming, man, that was gut wrenching. Even knowing that was coming, it was gut wrenching.
I replayed the remastered recently, and I completely forgot about this. And as soon as it started, I went, "Oh my god, I have to play this."
That's
again.
the
This is
scene
crazy."
right there. Like, oh man, it is horrifying. And then you obviously then play the rest of the game as Joel, and you know why. Like, it's just he
Do you
is
ever
a
play as Ellie
he is a
in-
grizzled. He is
Snow.
he is grizzled. He is man. He watched his daughter get shot by the good guys.
Yeah, and what's worse is that she's still alive and passes away. And even worse is the fact that when you go back and watch this as a parent,
It is.
it
So hard.
hurts.
I remember the first time I played it, I like tweeted or Facebooked or whatever it was at the time. I was like, I've never played a game that's made me cry within 40 minutes of playing it.
Yeah.
Like, and like this game did that easily.
Just that really effective way of luring you in. You're playing as Sarah, as you mentioned,
Yeah.
Floppy in the first one. You start to establish a connection with her. You see the pain. You can associate the pain with Joel when that all happens, and the fact that it comes out of nowhere, it's like a shot that
It's just
a fluke shot.
you don't see it coming.
And as you said, you talk about this to anyone.
Everyone
It
remembers.
affects everyone.
Everyone. There is no one that's played that. If they haven't played that game and got moved, they're not human.
I actually think though,
Until in the
I think this
sequel,
was the
where Sarah comes back to life.
as a robot with Darth Maul's legs.
Darth Maul legs.
Yeah,
joking. Yeah, I know.
I reckon though that with The Last of Us, I reckon this was the strongest part in the first game. Like, I don't think it got better than this.
No, that's a fair call, I think.
Like, I think this was such a strong opening. They never beat it again in the first game.
I was really impressed as well that they did the whole thing that they killed off an 8-year-old girl that you'd been playing as, and they didn't do it with gore. They didn't do it with a huge. They didn't make it corny.
Yeah.
Like, it was really moving.
Yeah.
It was really scary as well. Like the bits where like you're leaving in the car and you're hurt in the back of the car and you can look around out the window like you did as a kid. Like you look
Yeah, because
back.
you can't do anything else. You're helpless.
Yeah, and like you can just see stuff going down, and you're like, oh man, this is like the dread. Like, you know, you have those dreams of like the welding. Well, I know I do. Are those dreams that where the like everything is that from now on has changed, and that's so unsettling. I get them all the time, and this is like those dreams. Like, I'm in a situation now where nothing will ever be the same. I kind of felt that a little bit when the coronavirus broke out, actually.
Yeah.
And now it's kind of the same again.
Yeah.
But
Well, because we're lucky, because we live in a very small town.
that's true. That's true.
Okay, Dan, your next
All right.
top moment in gaming.
It's going to be no surprise to people who know me. Nier Automata. So, Nier Automata has 26 endings, of which I only saw 7 of.
Do you like this game? Didn't know.
But the one that hit me the most was ending E. So, at the end
Not
of it...
well.
No, do this full screen, Ben. Ben. Braden.
So I'm just hacking the
actually, you
mainframe.
can't actually see it that well.
That's why I was doing it.
Yeah. So basically, you get to the end of the game and you get this message, and it says, "Do you want to help another player?" Basically, and it's just like, yeah, cool, I'll help another player, whatever. Or do you want to leave a player another message? You're like, yeah, cool, and you make this message for them of of encouragement. And then you go, okay, cool. And then it goes like, would you help another player even if you don't know them or anything like that? It's really hard to explain. Basically, it berates you to saying like, would you help someone even if it meant like you have to delete your save game? And you're like, sure, yes, yeah, I'd help someone for that. And then it systematically goes through. If you go through halfway to this video,
Yo, let me jump.
so here, it actually, and do full screen,
Does it actually defeat?
it actually goes through and shows, it deletes all your items, all your save game, it deletes everything.
Oh, man.
And of everything you've done, if you say, yes, I would help somebody. And it goes, even if you don't know them, even if they might be a bad person, it says, would you still help somebody you don't know? And I just went, yeah, of course I would.
I would too.
And then,
It's 'cause you're
and then
an
it goes in, and then you do the end of the game, and then there's nothing on your game. The game is gone on your system.
It's
And then you fight, and then the credits come up, and then your character's like, no, I don't want this to end. I don't want this to be the end. And then you go to the next video, right?
Yo.
Then you start fighting the credits. So right in the middle, just up in the start. So you're a little ship, and you start fighting the credits of the game to try and stop the game from ending.
Oh,
But it turns into this bullet hell that you can't do. And then it's like... and then it starts asking you all these really cryptic questions. Do you think games are stupid and weird? And then all the other people's messages that they have done previously of encouragement start coming up. And you read all the other people's encouragement messages. And then... Yeah, And then that's just crazy because you're like, oh shit, that means my message, because I said yes. Someone else, all these people have deleted their game to help me in this point. And then suddenly all the people that it becomes impossible. You can't win. Then all of a sudden, all the people that these other characters start coming in, it shows their usernames, and these are all the other people that have said that they would help you out and got their games deleted. So you become one of them as well on someone else's game, and you can finish killing the credits with the help of all the other people.
That is unreal. I'm almost crying.
It was
That's unreal.
bombastic, and the music is crazy good. And this is only one of the endings. This is the 7th one. This game
In the 5th one, you play a cat.
in one of them, if you die before the first save point, it just shows the credits quickly. It goes the end. You didn't do anything.
When you're a cat, the music is amazing.
Oh.
Ooh. In one of them, you've got a chip. You can put chips in you, and there's like a main chip. And if you take your chip out, your character just dies, and that's the end of the game.
Bad thing is you can't pause it though.
Oh.
Anyhow, that
Really
to me
milking this thing.
blew my mind. I've never ever been that stepped back and sit back and gone, oh my god, I can't believe that just happened. They used all those other people. Like, so if no one had said yes at that point ever in the game, you wouldn't be able to get past that bit.
You wouldn't have any help, yeah.
It's
What
so
about the first
cool.
person that said yes?
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's
It's
unreal.
It was such a mind-boggling thing. And I've just got an added one in here as well. Quickly, Braden, did you say the next one? One of the endings is you get to kill the CEOs of the company. At the end, they come down and you battle them, like both of them. Look at the fighting in it. This game is like fighting system is off. Like when you're fighting in this game, you know exactly what's going on as well. You know, it just looks like a mess. Mm-hmm. You fully know what's going on by the end. You're just like, even though you're disappearing, reappearing, coming here, doing that, like, whew, that this game's good. Like this game.
Probably should play it one day.
Danny spent. All right.
I'm out. I'm gonna drink myself to death. I've played the best game in the world.
My gaming moment that I think is up there with all the other ones, but higher maybe. I don't know. Depends. It's your choice. Anyway, it's in Ocarina of Time, the classic Legend of Zelda game. More specifically, the point where you enter the Temple of Time when opening the Sacred Realm. What got me, as we can see on the screen here, is that you go through a quest and collect 3 sacred stones to open up the doorway. And it's revealed that that's where the Triforce is kept. So you're going in there so you can get the Triforce to keep it away from Ganondorf, who's the big bad guy. However, Ganondorf's been following you the whole time, waiting for you to get the stones and open it up so he can just walk in and grab it. And he does.
Do you know that he's following you the whole time?
No, you have no idea.
Is he not a pig?
Oh no, he's Ganondorf. Ganon is the pig. The pig form.
Oh, that's 2.
So Ganondorf is before he was Pigman. So because he attacks you and almost hurts you, you're put in suspended animation till you get to an age where you can defeat him. So they keep you in suspended animation for 7 years. So you come out and you're 17 and you're a big, young, strapping lad ready to take on the world. Again, without reading any spoilers, when this game first came out in like 1998, because the internet wasn't a thing, this blew my mind. You start off as a small 7-year-old Link and you think that's what the whole game's going to be. And then all of a sudden to be transformed into this adult version of Link where you use different weapons. The town and the whole world that was all happy and joyous is now a complete ruin that's been corrupted by Ganon's evil. Yeah, right. And you have to go through 8 more temples in order to gather everything so you can take on Ganondorf, reclaim the Triforce, which you never actually get, and save Hyrule.
Spoilers? We did say spoilers.
Yeah, so absolutely phenomenal moment in gaming, especially when you get to the Soul Temple, I think. And it's like the last temple before you go and fight Ganondorf. And you have to go and do half the tunnel, then go back to the Temple of Time, transform back 7 years into young Link, go back to the tunnel, do another half of the tunnel, then back to adult Link and go and defeat the boss. It had really nailed the time traveling techniques really, really well.
So was there anything on the box art that would have given it away though? Having never seen the box art really.
Oh,
if you look on the book, was there not a still of it somewhere with an older 17-year-old Link?
Not sure, Brandon, can we pull that up?
Oh,
Box
no,
art.
I just noticed.
On the back. we probably want. Because the front was just the logo.
Your Zelda, your
Yeah, I don't
standard
think-
Zelda thing.
Yeah, there's down. So yeah, I think there is an adult link there. So yeah, you could probably put 2 and 2 together.
But I
and
wonder if
realise...
people just looked at
No
it
one
and
did
never
stuff
really...
like that back then, though.
No,
No, interwebs, mate.
I mean the Japanese box art had Link on Epona, so I guess that's a giveaway. But I wasn't that smart as a kid. Like,
None of us were.
yeah.
Some of us
So
still
for me,
aren't.
this was a breathtaking moment, and it's constantly cited as one of the most influential moments in gaming. Purely because it's so unexpected and such a wonderful game.
Yeah, wow.
Majora's Mask is better though.
Controversial.
That was last episode.
Sorry, got mixed up.
Anyway, floppy.
All right, so my last one is actually one of the moments that got me really into games. So playing Metal Gear Solid on my PS1, which was already a game that was blowing my mind. It was like a movie, and I was part of it. It was amazing. You get to the battle with Psycho Mantis.
Yes.
So now Psycho Mantis is a telekinetic and telepathic member of Foxhound, which is a rogue sort of secret
Of superpowered men.
Supergroup.
supergroup. Yeah,
Supergroup.
it looks like a bondage gas mask wearing Doug. Oh mate, Doug
Doug
Stone.
Stone. What a name.
Um,
I once knew a guy called Doug Basic, and that was like the worst name I've ever heard. Hey, Doug, if you're
Default
listening,
character.
Sorry, mate. No. Anyway, so first of all, Psycho Mantis telepathically takes over control of Meryl, which is your partner, in there, and you have to fight her without killing her. So you have to try and run around and knock her out while she's trying to shoot you. That's hard enough. Then he goes invisible, so you got to chuck on your thermal goggles, try and follow him as he floats around the room. But every single time, he blocks your shots. Every single time, because he's telepathic. He can read your thoughts. He starts to tell you these, and he gets you to do things like it breaks the fourth wall, becomes self-aware, and he tells you to put the controller on the ground, and he'll use his powers to make it move, and it activates the vibrate rumble thing. This thing, I lost my mind when this happened. I put it on the floor, and I was like, "Oh my god, how is it doing this?" And then, it's a video game, it's a program. It's totally cool. So he does that.
you spoil the magic.
Sorry, forgot about that. But then he comes in. You've got your general mate in your ear, in your codec, giving you advice and stuff. And because he's reading your thoughts and he's blocking every single attack that you do. And so the advice you get is to unplug your controller from port 1 and plug it into port 2 so that he can't see what your
What
buttons
does he
you're
tell
pressing.
you in the codec?
He tells you in the game to do that. And that blew my mind. So I had to take it out of port 1, obviously still wired controllers, probably wouldn't work so well now. Plug it into port 2, and then Psycho Mantis loses his shit. He's like, "Oh my god,
what are you doing?
I can't read your mind, I don't know what's going on." And you can defeat him. It was unreal. It was something that has stayed with me forever.
One of my favourite bits is when he's gloating about how he's psychic and he can read your thoughts. He reads your memory card.
Yes!
And he goes, "Oh, I see you have a penchant for soccer games. But if you've got any of games Kojima's made, like if you had I've forgotten the Naughts one, Retronauts on there. Psychonauts on there. He'll go, we can see you're a fan of Hideo Kojima.
Yeah.
Thank you."
Yeah, so
And like, thanks
so
you for playing
weird,
these
eh?
games. It's great. It's
every
See
person
you
that
like
played that,
Crash Bandicoot.
yeah,
Like, the other thing,
as Sean Connery apparently.
like the second
Not a
one, what's
good
the second one called? Sons of Liberty?
Yeah.
That was like
Police
one of my
Notes.
standouts as well as a game that's always like
Police
stuck with
Notes.
me. The bits where you're naked, like the bit where you're naked and you're running around
Yeah.
holding your dick,
Yeah.
and like and he keeps calling you in your codec, just going like, "Why are you still playing this game? It's been like 30 hours. Don't you have a life?"
Yeah.
And all this shit. And like, I played that. I got home at like, I have to tell the story for it, like 3 a.m. from out drinking, and I decided to play it, and that happened to me. And while I was doing it, I was like drunk, and I was playing it, and it was late at night, and I freaked out.
What's more, just on Metal Gear Solid 2, that whole thing of promoting the game as you being Solid Snake, and then you're not. You're like a completely different character until 3/4 of the way throughout the game.
Yeah.
Like, no one saw that coming. It was just a complete...
Oh, when
The
you
first-
rate it.
the first-
Yeah,
that first-
yeah.
That first little mission you were.
Yeah,
on
and
the
then,
ship.
And then it's gone.
and then he raises his mask. And,
How good is it on the ship when they're all practicing their saluting and stuff?
Yeah.
Like, come on, boys, let's all practice. Like, it's like, that's how you step back.
Actually, come to think of it, the other cool thing about the PS1 Metal Gear Solid was that they also had Meryl's codec number was on a picture on the back of the game
Yep.
case.
Yep.
So you had to have that as part of the game to be able to know how to contact her. And they reference it in the game because they give you a CD case. The DARPA chief gives you a CD case. He's like, on the back of that is Meryl's codec code. And so you have to flip over your actual physical box. Oh, man.
And
it blew my mind.
Comment from Michael Towns in the comments about I forgot the name of him, but the old guy in Metal Gear Solid 3. The end. That's the end. So if you start that fight and then
He's a sniper.
he's a sniper. If you start that fight and then save it and leave it for a week and then come back, he's died of old age.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, the Metal Gear games, obviously, they've got like the most amount of like memorable, crazy stuff in them. Like, it's just. Although I found later on, like the ones like the later ones didn't have as many good things.
No.
Like the latest one didn't have hardly anything in it. I thought was like
5.
that. Yeah.
Well, 5 was just so intent on doing story and bringing everything together. And
5 was its own thing, where 4 was tying up all these other stories and referencing the originals.
I think 4 was ending the story because Kojima wanted out. Then he was asked to come back for 5, and
he's like,
all
shit.
that stuff happened. So that's why he tried to make 5 the link between leading up to the original MSX games.
Yeah.
Which is why, that's how he explained that Big Boss died at the end of Metal Gear 1.
I know,
Some
right?
people in the chat are saying they hired it where you didn't get the covers and stuff, and you just couldn't get past bits and stuff. Like,
That'd be the worst. That's why you buy stuff.
Or
mate.
hiring it once, getting up to the fight with the sniper, having to return it, getting it like 2 weeks later, and not doing the fight.
he's just dead.
He's dead.
Okay, time for the giveaway.
Giveaway number 3.
All right, giveaway number 3 for Right. Again, Dan Freer, thank you very much for all the hard work and effort you've put into that fantastic game. Right, you can check it out on Steam, and if Dan's still in the comments, I'm sure he'll post a link in there if you're not about to win it. But this one is from Twitter. We ran a bit of a Twitter campaign where you could retweet Pond Games or Games by Pond on Twitter, and you'd go into running to win one, basically. So that winner is at ZeldaFan22 on Twitter. Woo. Congratulations. I will DM you in the next day or so, and you will get your game.
You're deep and meaningful with him. Give a bit of DM.
Yeah, sure. Whatever.
Look at it. It's pretty good.
And we have also got one more of these to give away. So my hot little hands. It's Avcon 2019, the game, Retro Gaming Museum, which stars Hack the Dino in a very small cameo.
Do a zoom in, Braden.
I can do that. I've got to jump to a different screen, but that's fine.
And if you get up to the part where I'm there pitching Hack the Dino, save it and come back a week later, I'm still there pitching Hack the Dino.
And I'm dead.
I'm dead.
Because I've taken their souls. That's how I remain so youthful. Anyway, the winner of this one, the final copy that Michael Towns has provided is Mr. Carlin Budd. Thank you very much. I will again be in contact with you to get postage details, and we will get this game out to you. Once again, thank you very much, Michael Towns. Townsy, if you've got a link to your Etsy store where people may want to buy this, if you want to drop it in the chat below and people can check it out, that would be great. You know what it's time for now?
Dan
versus the world.
You're actually dressed in the right clothing.
You're going to have to lose your glasses and you're going to have to get your
Oh,
Twitch
Braden.
glasses. Whoa, looking very suave there, Braden.
Is it Pierce Brosnan or Braden?
Yeah, I just wanted to, tidy up for the show. You guys were dressed up, and I thought, you know what, I'll join in.
Drop it.
What?
Drop it.
There's something funny about that.
It's fake.
Drop it.
What?
Drop it.
People were actually talking about CG
Braden.
out of clothes.
Yeah, thought so. I thought so.
Where's your bow tie?
Probably can't afford one. He's a Zoomer. Why don't you go have some more avocado smash?
I can't afford a suit.
Too many
You guys kidding
coffee, orange, mocha, frappuccino lattes.
Yeah, there you go. Chat's got it right. I'm GoldenEye Big Mode.
No odd
That's
jobs.
funny.
No odd jobs.
Okay, it is time for Dan versus the world. Dan, where's your glasses?
Braden,
Take
Where
them
are
off.
your glasses?
Just take your other ones off.
Where are they?
they're around.
Okay, while he's doing that, I will explain the rules. I have, for this 100th episode special, seven songs from video game history. I will play the first 5 seconds, probably a bit more, of the first song. Dan, representing Dan, will take a guess. Then the world, represented by Floppy and Brayden, will take a guess. They'll go back and forth for 5 guesses each. At the end, they have the opportunity to guess where that music came from, as in, what's the name of the game from where that music came from. If they choose to guess beforehand, they can, but if they get it wrong, they lose the point. At the end of last round, we had Dan on 17 and the world on 18. Now, I've done something, because this is a little bit special this time round, and we're all suited up. I felt the need to do something we hadn't done before for Dan versus the World. So not only do we have 7 songs, these songs are covers of video game music.
Ooh.
I just pooped a little.
So real bands releasing real albums who have covered these songs. Now, you don't need to know the band or anything like that. I will say that afterwards, but you do need to guess where that song came from.
All right.
All right, we ready?
Oh, dear.
Here we go.
I'm not confident.
Song number 1.
Sell.
Dan. Question number 1.
What genre?
It is a platformer.
Oh, okay. That was not what I was expecting. Floppy, are we confident in asking for the console?
Yeah, that's what I was going to go for.
Originally on the Nintendo Entertainment System, the NES. It was on ANUS. Dan, question number 2.
What's your Protago?
It's a boy. It's a small boy.
Of course it's a freaking boy. What, stabbies? Weapons? What weapon?
Primarily...
You can talk too, Floppy. It's fine.
Yeah, sorry, I don't know why I decided to bleach your
Mining?
eggs.
Okay, so it's a cannon when you're in your car or your vehicle, and it's a laser gun when you're out of it.
Oh. I thought it was MM, but...
Question number 3, Dan.
Yeah, that threw it.
Car. Don't know.
Question number 3. On the NES.
NES. Oh, Master Blaster?
Yes! Blaster Master!
Oh, he was wrong.
No, I'm going to give it to him.
But when I say in the Christmas show, is it? I'm wrong.
Yes. Correct.
Thank you.
Okay, so we've got 18 apiece. All right, here we
What
go.
did I say?
You said Blaster
You
Master.
said it wrong, is what you said.
No, you didn't. You got it wrong, Dan.
Is it Blaster
I
Master?
like playing that game, Us of Last.
Here we go.
Master Blast.
Song number 2.
Oh, hot.
This is a slapper of a song.
Alright, we got 7 to get through.
Okay. So I should say that cover of Blaster Master was done by Vomitron, and these are all available on Spotify. Yeah,
Vomitron.
Vomitron from their album... from their album No Nest for the Wicked.
Oh,
Incredible.
Amazing. Okay, question number 1, Dan.
What is the console?
Anus. Question number 1, Will.
I'm gonna go with what bad guy enemy type
good question.
you going for?
Oh, that's a good
Ooh,
one. Antagonist.
Yeah.
They're beagles.
Did you really say that? Is that real?
Yep, that's real.
They're
Did
beagles.
you really say that? Was I drunk?
They're beagles.
I am. I've
Question
drunk a
number 2.
liter of alcohol.
Question number 2, Dan.
Let me think of a question. What is the protagonist?
A duck.
Floppy, you want to take it away?
This is...
Yep, Floppy has to do it now because he doesn't know.
It's the world. Either can take it.
Is that really what? Is that really the gameplay of that game? I thought it was way different than that. Is this a trick question?
Where is the game set?
Duckburg.
Is it DuckTales?
Yes, it is!
Waiting for Floppy to say anything.
Why? You knew what it was.
No, yes, all right. Shut up. Damn it. No,
Oh,
I didn't. I
Double
wasn't sure.
blow.
That version, it's the Lunar Path on the moon. So that's from Cinefan, from their album The March of the Machines.
I honestly thought you were doing some trick question where it was meant to seem like Duck Hunt, but then I was like, wait, no, you
Oh,
play
you
as a
guys
gun.
didn't know what it was.
No,
Yeah.
legitimate, did not.
Oh.
Okay, here we go.
Weird.
Song number 3. Question number 1.
Is it me?
Yep.
Console.
Yeah, right. Anus.
God damn it. Every time. What's something we haven't asked?
We haven't asked.
Come on. Keep it talking. Keep the sound happening.
Multiple characters?
Yes.
Ooh,
Yes, multiple. You have the option to choose from multiple characters.
Okay.
Ooh.
As in that you play.
Yes.
Ooh.
Question number 2, Dan.
What genre of game is it?
It's a platformer. Question
I
number
thought I knew
2,
what it
well,
was when it's fully not.
Floppy?
Shall I take a stab?
Go for it.
I think it's gonna be
We're
one of two of
behind
them.
by a point now, so it's fine.
Is it Super Mario Brothers 2?
yes.
Oh!
Which was the only one where you got to choose? Oh no, I guess technically Luigi.
know what
Luigi?
Yeah, okay. I did say characters.
Yes, you did.
I had the completely wrong game in my head.
What do you have in your head?
Completely wrong game. Carnival on the ColecoVision.
And that was by This Place Is Haunted from their album Remastered. That's beautiful. That goes for like 8 minutes and it goes through all the Mario Brother 2 music. No, that actually is not in it.
Yeah, it's not.
Okay, here we
love
go.
two. I love it.
Song number, what are we up to? 4. Here we are.
Right.
This is going like 8 different places.
Okay. Question number 1, Dan.
What is the main protagonist of this game?
It's a boy.
I'm noticing a trend in retro games, possibly.
Well, I'm trying not to give it away because if I say what the protagonist is,
Yeah.
you're just going to guess it straight away. And that's no fun for anyone, especially me.
Which console is this one on?
Nintendo 64.
Okay.
Oh man, I didn't have one of them.
Dan, question number 2.
What is the main weapon? Gameplay mechanic or something?
Gameplay mechanic?
What genre is it? Have I said that?
No, you haven't. What genre is it?
Yeah.
It's an RPG.
Oh.
Adventure RPG.
Boring.
Okay. Floppy, you want to...
I can either go with a question or I have a stab.
Stab it.
I'm going to say safety. Go question.
Yeah, you're all tied up. Just be careful with your question as well.
Have we mentioned it this show?
Yes.
I know what it is.
Okay, Dan, question number 3. I
Dan.
think Dan's dead
Dan,
like
wake
weekend
up.
at Bernie's. Is it?
Love
Hi.
dead tired.
And we mentioned it in the show.
it. Yep, he just asked that question. You got to answer.
No.
it now.
Is it Saturday morning cartoon?
No, it's not. It was Ocarina of Time.
Oh, okay.
Hey.
That was
You
Zelda's
didn't let me
Lullaby.
say it.
Well, you didn't need to.
Yeah, but I could have.
Because he
and that-
lost.
Hang on, that's not an RPG. Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Yes,
it
it
is.
is.
It's not a JRPG.
So that one is from the album Rockarina of Time.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Oh, my Lord.
All right.
Okay, we got a bit of a harder one here for number 6. No, sorry. No, number 5. Here we go.
Jesus.
3 grown men on a couch.
Okay,
What on earth?
Question
That
number
was-
1.
I wasn't even listening. That was what is the main protagonist's weapon?
He sucks.
Okay. I don't know the names of any of these games.
Oh, what console is it on?
Game Boy.
Is it what? This is that K guy, isn't it? I don't know any of the names. Do I have to have the full name of the game?
Yep.
Oh my god, good luck.
I don't have
I know one's from the 3DS.
No, it's number 2.
what? How many words in the name?
3.
All right.
Question number 2. World.
Braden?
Can we have the... No, that's not...
No,
that's
don't
not
do
something
that.
We can do. Is the third word adventure?
That's not the
Third
hard
word?
word to remember.
The third
I
word
know,
is what?
but I'm trying to narrow it down.
I didn't hear. I was too busy laughing. What was
the
the third?
third word adventure.
No.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay. Maybe
Question
it might
number
be
3.
the
Dan.
other style.
I don't know any of the names of them. I can't win this one at all. So is it? What year was it made?
I would
matter.
say 93.
Trying to just do questions that don't matter now because I can't win it.
Question number 3. World.
Floppy, do you have anything or no?
I got a weird little inkling of what it might be called.
Yeah, it's it, man.
I want to try and narrow it down with a really dumb question.
All right, do it.
Go for
Would you say it's not a nightmare?
I would say that. Yes.
Okay.
it. Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, I got you.
Question number 4, Dan.
I don't know. Kirby's Dream Land?
Yes!
God damn it.
Is it really that?
Yes,
God
it is!
damn it.
I just said what sounded right. I was going to say Adventureland, but...
Wait for it. That one's by the artist known as Kirby's Dream Band.
Oh, man.
I can't believe I got that, eh? I cannot believe that, eh?
Wow.
No one said that in the chat, did they?
No.
I was trying to be like
Oh,
fighting
man.
it and not letting you get it.
20 all. Here we go. Song number 6.
That just came to me at the last second.
That's pretty good.
I'm good.
Okay.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's all.
That's
I
all
need.
you're getting.
Because I've got a funny feeling if that goes any longer.
I had someone in mind when I chose this song.
Is it my shot?
Yep.
Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past?
God, no.
Yeah, don't know then. I fucked it! What is it?
It's from Metal Gear Solid.
Oh, I thought I was going to go...
Wow, I was not expecting that.
I thought, damn it! I thought I had that one.
I was waiting for you to say console, and I was like ready to like jump
If
on
you'd
it
gone a
with
second
smart
longer.
questions.
That's why I stopped it there.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, I dotted that one.
Metal Gear.
Oh,
Okay.
That gin must have been too strong.
Here we go. Last song.
I'll get another one.
Last one. Number 7.
Okay.
Dan, question number 1.
What console?
This was on the GameCube.
No, another console I didn't have.
Was
Well,
this a multiplayer game?
Yes. Yes. Dan, question number 2.
A multiplayer game? That's not even a question.
It is
Every game's a
100%
multiplayer
question.
game.
It's definitely a question.
What is the protagonist? What are you?
Whoever you want it to be.
Floppy, do you want to come in and win this one for us?
I'm just really nervous that I can't remember which one was which.
Okay, do you want me to say that?
Do you know which one was on the GameCube?
Yes. Yeah.
Go for it.
Me.
Go for it.
Yes.
Mary.
Is it Super Smash
Melee.
Bros. Melee?
Yes,
Oh,
it is!
I got so nervous I couldn't remember which one was Melee.
I knew it as soon as you said your answer.
couldn't remember-
I was like, I know what that is
I
now.
always get Brawl and Melee mixed up.
And that brings us to the end of the 100th episode of Dan vs. the World. We are giving away the Hack the Dino Switch controller right after this.
Oh, and the t-shirt, because I forgot to do it. It's,
Yeah, that
it's
was
in
the
one
mark for the end,
it's
don't
in-
worry.
It's in the one prize.
So here we are at the end of that. So the world's on 22, Dan's on 20 as we are halfway through the year. Who will take out the big one at the end? Don't know. Don't care.
I got the trophy. Well, we should have put the trophy on the
Oh, well,
table.
it doesn't matter. Okay, so giveaway time. First, let's give away the shirt.
Let's just do it in one.
Both it?
Yeah.
Can I say there was one person in there that commented on how good we look in suits?
Who was that?
It was right at the start. It was...
No, I like Dan's thing. Let's just do 2 in 1.
Okay.
Controller and the top. So,
It is a 2XL, but you might be able to, make a
Shrink
snuggie
it.
out of it or something.
this one was thanks to We Are Robots, I should say. We Are Robots, thank you very much. Everyone who went and liked their Instagram page and also signed up for their newsletter, liked them on all the other socials as well. We Are Robots on Facebook, Instagram, all of that. If you liked them there and you commented with a friend's name, you know all those internet scams that they go for. We tried it. Okay?
Nigerian prince.
Yeah, so
Need your money.
congratulations to the winner.
Oh, no. Come back to the thing, Braden, so we can see the winner. Yep.
The winner is of this t-shirt and of this fantastic controller, which I really wanted to keep, but it's not going to happen. Dylan Simmons! Thank you, Dylan. And thank you to everyone who has stuck with us, whether you're brand new to Hack the Dino and the Critical Path, or whether you've been with us since day one. There are actually a few people who have been around since then. 100 episodes, that's something that I'd always hoped we'd get to, but was never too sure, especially when we started it as an audio-only podcast in Greenlight Comics with 2 SingStar microphones and a coffee mug. Oh, one SingStar.
One SingStar.
In a coffee
In a
cup.
coffee mug. Don't go back and listen to that. It's awful.
But we did have cool guests.
We did have
every
cool
week,
guests.
every fortnight we had a different guest in the creative industry, artists, writers, video game people. It was good.
Yeah. And then we had Nick on for some reason.
There you go, this guy.
But yeah, we've certainly grown. We've certainly matured. We've certainly headed in a direction I didn't see coming. But
I had a baby.
You had a baby?
Well, before that, I showed up.
Braden's been with us since, I think, episode 35. Oh, here it is. This is Braden's first episode. Thanks, Braden. This is what I look like when I had hair.
Swap it around. Here we go.
That's so scary.
So that was Dan when he was 12.
And a bearded.
And Floppy looks a little bit different, but that's okay.
Well, I grew my hair out.
Is that you in the background on the wall?
Just hanging around.
And for those of you wondering why I shaved my head, you can see why. It was a losing battle.
I think your
I didn't
beard
think it
was
looked that
thicker.
bad. Is it still like that thick?
My hair?
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't seen my hair in years. Except for when I shave it off and it falls into the sink.
When you grow a beard and glue it on the top.
That's right. So thank you everyone who stuck around. Thank you Braden who came to us in episode 32 or something and has been with us for too many. I'm kidding.
Homeless Ben.
Homeless Ben.
Also thank you to Floppy who joined us this year. It's been an interesting year for everyone, but we're going to persevere through. We're going to keep on going. We're going to keep on coming at you. We're going to be coming at you weekly now. We have got a lot of plans in the works. We've got...
Metal Gear
Why are we
Solid.
reviewing- Oh, is that when we're reviewing Metal Gear Solid?
The throwback to a crap game review.
Man, I miss crap
Make
game
that
reviews.
bigger.
I miss
Why
crap
are you
game
holding
reviews
it like a child?
because it was Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, it's true. You should do that.
That's when I got the game wrong. I called it the Phantom Pain or something.
I actually got grey hair in that one. It's great.
So have I. What? Yes, thank you all. Thank you, everyone. We really appreciate your added support. We really appreciate you passing on the thing to all your friends. It's actually the best way for podcasts and podcasts to grow is by telling your friends. I know they may not care, but we'll make them care. Anyway, we're back on youtube.com/Hack The Dino as of next show, 101. We'll be coming at you weekly over on YouTube, but you'll be able to still see the stream live as we have been doing it each and every time. It's just the VODs are going to be split up to a weekly show. So be sure to join us there. Continue talking. We will also be coming to you on twitch.tv/Hack The Dino as per usual. Dan's taking a bit of a break from the streaming for a while, but when he comes back, he'll be on Twitch going strong, going hard, and going places. Not really. He'll be sitting there.
It'll be fun.
It'll be great. The podcast will continue over on SoundCloud, over on Spotify, and over on iTunes. And if you do listen to it on iTunes, please just leave a 5-star review and a little comment that helps other people find us as well. What else do I have to plug? I've forgotten what I'm supposed to do.
Oh, your own individual things.
Oh, Dan, what are you going to plug?
If you'd like to hear some more stuff from me, I do a horror movie podcast called TerrorVision Horror Podcast. So you just have to check that out. That's on all streaming podcast services. So you just have to search for TerrorVision Horror Podcast. You have to put horror podcast in the end, or you can't find it. It's also on YouTube as well. There you go. There's
TerrorVision.
That's the sweet logo for it. And that is with me and Jennifer Strand, who is another horror aficionado. So it's just us two, and we rate horror movies and talk about horror news and all stuff like that. Because I'm a massive horror movie fan. So go over there. Give us a like, give us a star, give us a thumb, give us a comment, give us a follow. Do all those things. And I will love you. If you like horror movies. If you don't, forget it, mate. Forget it.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Floppy.
You can come over to Instagram, check me out at Floppy Plays Games. You'll see recent pickups that I have, games that I've been playing, or just stuff that's on my shelf that I like to take photos of.
I reckon you should start giving your thoughts on the games as well. Sort of like what you do here, but...
Nature games.
Give
but
a little bit
my
of an
Instagram,
update. Yeah.
Yeah, I got to type fast to do that.
Yeah, that's not your strong spot.
Neither is spelling.
Yeah. Or English. Just...
No, it's heaps better than it used to was.
No, it wasn't.
Used to was.
Raiden!
There we go. There it is there.
Yeah, it's my Instagram. There's some stuff that I've got and played.
Raiden's on it tonight.
I'm trying.
If you go up a little bit, check out the controller that I bought to play Ace Combat 7.
Oh, yeah, it's good.
That thing is unreal.
It's a Thrustmaster.
It is the Thrustmaster.
You didn't give me a big full screen for my TerrorVision.
Look at that.
Raiden!
So if you like my voice for some reason, you can actually go and listen to more of it over on a little podcast called Millennial Movie Talk, where me and my friends talk about movie news. That's our little logo there.
Which is like mine, but not as pinpointed to one small genre of film.
Yeah, it's a bit more
Everything.
broad. Normally we talk about the news. We've only just gotten back into talking about the news because movies are actually gonna come out soon. And people are working on things now again. But yeah, you can go check that out. We talk about every single week, really. Every single week we talk about movies. It's crazy.
And coming out next week, we have episode 3 of Retro Trigger. It's my little Hack the Dino side project where we talk about all things that are considered retro. Now, for the podcast that we do, anything that's 15 years or older is considered retro. And as such, we got old Muggins McGuinness here talking about Dragon Ball Z.
Is that when he was an
Really?
investigative journalist?
Has that not been up yet?
That's not been up yet because they're once a month.
There were better ones before it.
No, we had Sean Fuster, and I thought, his following would jump on board and give it a bit of a boost.
Did it?
Yeah, it did.
Cool.
Thanks, Sean. So yeah, if you like Dan,
I like Dan.
I talk about
What,
Dragon Ball
wouldn't
Z to the bloody cows come home, mate.
yeah, and we do.
We went pretty deep.
I've also got coming up, we've got Ben from Toy Power. He'll be on an episode. I've got Dean Rankin, who's an artist on the Simpsons comic. He jumped on for an episode. And tomorrow I'm recording one with Mr. A-Game about the Nintendo 64, which will be coming up down the track
He's
as
a cool
well.
guy.
He's a very cool guy. So, yeah, head on over to Retro Trigger. It's on the Hack the Dino feed. You can find it there. And listen to me say more words a lot more coherently than here, which is weird because this is the main show and the main focus. But
And
anyway,
we hope you have enjoyed an intimate evening with Hack the Dino.
cheers, everyone.
Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you. Here's to more of us being
Clinky clinky.
the last of you.
To the another 200 years of gaming.
Yay!
And army men socks.